Hello everybody and welcome along here to Napier. It's great to have your company for round 9 in the Rapid League at Rodney Green Arenas, and we have the Hawke's Bay Hawks up against the Nelson Giants. Great to have your company wherever you're watching this game. It's surely going to be a great mid-table battle in the Rapid League between these two teams who have still got plenty to prove going forward. No question about that. Lindsay Tate with me for the game today, former Tall Black and NBL champion. And yeah, it's these two teams have been battling away. They've been competitive all season, Lindsay, so I'm expecting a fiery game in this one.
Yeah, both teams looking to get a win as well, and been lucky enough to be around, you know, a lot of these young men coming through the youth space and the high school space, so a lot of talent on the court this evening. It'll be fun to watch them rock.
Indeed, here is the Giants coming into it in 5th place at the moment. Of course, they've won the first 2 editions of Rapid League the last couple of years, 4 wins and 5 losses. It's a couple of off-season, of course, departures from the Rapid League team, and Hayden Jones and Lachlan Creighton. There's Hawke's Bay there. It's a mid-table clash. A lot of teams there on 3 and 4, 5 wins, isn't it? So it's exciting.
It is, and it's very important as well. You know, the Rapid League games all add up in the points overall towards the end of the year. In the last 2 years, I believe it's factored into making the playoffs or missing out. So real important, even though it doesn't seem like it at times.
Here is the Nelson team for the starting 5 for this game today. We've got Elijah Inwood, Cooper Adams, Josh Nicol, Rico Vericchio and James Matthews, who's played in all 9 Rapid League games so far this season for the Giants. And the Hawke's Bay team: Clifton Bush, Ezra Eagle, Jacob Murphy, Kobe Carter and Tommy Ferguson. No change to the starting 5 in their last game against the Phi. And that Murphy-Inwood battle should be a beauty. And what a week for the Inwood family. Got Aston, of course, Elijah's older brother, over at the 3x3 World Cup with the New Zealand team at the moment.
Yeah, pretty exciting for their whānau, and I'm sure they'll be, you know, stoked to get Elijah, watch him to get a suit tonight for Rapid League as well and play. He's been playing great, so continue to stack up this evening.
As you could see, though, it's a bit of a mixed last 5 games for both of these two teams. But as I mentioned, the competitiveness of all these teams in the Rapid League this year being a bit tighter. Mikey Graham, Sam Pan, Sam McFadgen got the whistles for this Rapid League game as well. Just reminding you too that we've got a tip-off in the Cells NBL game coming up at 7 o'clock between these two teams. So looking forward to that one as well. Another Thursday night of hoops coming up your way.
I like those uniforms Hawke's Bay got on there.
Awesome, eh? Look at Ferguson. He is laying down the law.
Yeah, Tommy Ferguson, you know, great to see him out there in a leadership role. Ezra Eagle, also a natural leader, coming through in the youth space. And Clifton Bush Jr., he's, you know, his father was a legend from around that region, so he's growing up in the gym. I'm sure he'll be super comfortable in there this evening at Pettigrew Green Arenas. Found out this why there's 2 arenas there.
There is.
If you're wondering like me, you know, my grandfather was an English teacher, believe it or not, Glenn. So
there you go. Always something to learn.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a great delivery of the match ball. A young fella. He's the superstar of the broadcast so far.
Yeah, little man. Shout out to the man dropping the ball off, and also the towel crew down there on the baseline. Best seats in the building, to be honest with you.
100%.
Get to hear all the little banter, see all the bump.
Let's get this game underway. Hawke's Bay with the first possession. Jacob Murphy. Hawks against the Giants here. Bush. Back to Carter, now Murphy again. And there goes Kobe Carter with a nice layup to start the scoring in this game.
Yeah, great patience showing there from the Hawks for a Rapid League team early on. Second, third side touches for an easy layup, and Giants were just happy to switch a lot of those actions defensively.
It was a nice move as Matthews gives it back to Inwood. Will play here into Nicol. Nickel off the left hand, and then that one rolls nicely.
Yeah, and again, right back at you. The Giants do a great job of getting the ball into the post there and playing with patience for a beautiful left-hand layup to start things off.
Got the roll off the rim pretty nice. That Nickel-Ferguson battle should be pretty good in this game, in fact.
Yeah, a couple big bodies there. Solid boys. Ezra Eagle, another one that doesn't mind bumping down there.
Nice offensive rebound on the weak side there from Ferguson. Murphy astray with that one, and here come the Giants. Inwood again.
Little brush screen there.
That's okay.
Yeah, another one there.
Here's Inwood again.
Like that, though, you know, exactly what he's supposed to be doing, creating space or an advantage.
Nice job by Ferguson. He's lost it, though. Eagle.
Great to see Tommy back there after an extended period, missed through injury, just to be back, blessing to be healthy and competing.
Exactly. And he still loves it, doesn't he? Here's Murphy. Oh, that pass blocked by Nickel, and there's classic Jacob Murphy getting it back again. You've got to look after a ball when Jacob Murphy's against you. There's Eagle. A little reach in there by Nickel. Oh, hang on, what's Sampan here?
I think he signaled a football there.
Yeah. So it's still going to be Hawke's Bay ball.
15 on the shot clock. 14, I'm sorry, short clock to play with here.
Ferguson out to Murphy.
Good find.
And Ferguson couldn't handle it. It's going to be Giants possession.
A half beat long. Some really good looks here from the Hawks. Just execution's been a little bit poor early on.
Let's see what the Giants can do with this play. Start to the game as we see. Inwood missing that one. Still going to be Giants ball here. Back to Matthews for three. And Bush has got it for Hawke's Bay. Bush again.
See a lot of this in rapid league, playing out of this secondary flow type action off a miss. And
I don't know if Ferguson was aware that he had two shorter fellas marking him there. Could have gone for the Kareem Sky hook.
yeah, I like to see him get aggressive down in low there. And you're right, Glenn. A lot of the times it's as funny as it may sound, you know, there's big guys playing down there with smaller guys battling on their back, and they don't necessarily see it straight away when they've got such a definitive size advantage to just punish that.
Murphy over Nickel for three, and that's a beauty from Jacob Murphy.
He can really shoot that thing, Jacob. You know, the first one was long, but that one was bottom, so expect him to be aggressive this evening.
Yeah, Murphy gets him 9 points per game in the rapid league. There's a lovely spin move again by the Giants. Back to within one. It's a good basket there from Cooper Adams. Casson out there now for Hawke's Bay. Here's Bush getting aggressive and getting the 2 points, and he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse drive for an M1.
I really like that from Clifton Bush. You could see on that possession the Giants guards just turned up their intensity, and Cliffy just using his size and athleticism there, just barreling his way to the ring, and he'll get an and one. The flip side, love, you know, traditionally in the winning it the last 2 years, and they have lost some big pieces in Hayden Jones, but the Giants have played at a high pace in the rapid league, very aggressive defensively, and had a lot of success.
So Bush gets the three-point play. He's been going at 9 points per game in the rapid league as well.
Hawks with some pressure here like this, and straight into a turnover.
It's nice work, in particular from Murphy and Carter.
Love that from Coach Hawke, just showing a change up off the free throw, you know, a little bit of extended pressure off the sub, and straight away they get that trap and turn them over, and they get rewarded for their effort. So love that. Some growth. They weren't doing that earlier in the season. It's cool to see.
Carter at the free throw line now.
Actually, Coach Hawke over there helped me recruit Luca Yates for my Moldy team. So shout out to Coach Hawke. Had great intel and feedback on the young man and everything going on. So
You Luca Yates, of course, a Hawke's Bay player last year.
Yeah, and he's based in Cairns, where we're heading to as well, which helps, you know, when you're balling on a budget. But great young talent. And again, Coach Hawke was the Coach Hawke who's doing a great job down there. As you know, he was the plug there. And filling me in on, you know, some of the ins and outs of Luca and how he conducted himself down there. Nothing but great things to say.
It's awesome, Nickel. A little unlucky there, Ferguson.
It's great defense.
Yeah, well, I remember Yates. Where the four is.
There you go.
Where the four is on that white shot there,
research,
bearing a three.
Right. Yeah, that was a game winner.
Game winner, Matt. Yeah, it was a buzzer beater for a three last year. Not bad for a 6'10"
knock on
fella.
wood. Maybe again tonight, huh?
Here comes Nickel. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. As Adams buries the three for Nelson.
And great screen there by Nickel. He recognized that the defender went underneath the screen and he just buried him and got a wide open look for his teammate.
Bad there from Adams, the 18-year-old. Murphy settling it down for the last shot here in this first quarter. Murphy, low percentage pass, but he gets it back. Come on, Jacob. Should be doing them better than that over the backboard like that.
And he had this left-hand corner was wide open there, and I'm sure that he'll look at that on tape, and that's the beauty of Rapid League. You know, it's an opportunity to get live reads and also some live tape as well, so you can go back and watch it and play a timeout here from the Giants with 1.8 left on the clock.
The BNZ player timeout, so a chance for you to scan that QR code, which is about to appear on your screen. There it is right there. Get your ticket to the big game. 5,000 tickets available for your group. Just fill out your details and then come along and see a Sal's NBL big game with thanks to BNZ all season long. Let's see what the Giants can do here. We've got 1.8 seconds to play with. Inward to inbound it.
A little stagger action.
Oh, nice pass into Matthews. That's how to do it.
Beautiful little misdirection play. See James Matthews here just sprint to the corner, and 99% of the time that action's run for the brother that was coming out of the corner there. I couldn't quite see who it was, the opposite corner. Carter.
Yeah.
James just caught them napping, and you could see his defender was distraught about it at the end. Hands on head, but great play there from the Giants.
Yeah, well, Carter got left in the dust. 9 apiece at the end of the first quarter. Clifton Bush, Carter and Murphy with 3 points each for the Hawks. Cooper Adams with those 5 points. There's the leading scorer for the Giants, and both teams shooting above 50% so far.
Tightened up, you can see there's a lot of talent on the court and some great plays to finish the quarter and tie things up at 9.
That's the special for this week on Sal's MVP 26. Scan the QR code, 20% off any large pizza. That offer valid for a whole week. Great deal. All 7 players from Hawke's Bay have had action so far in the first half, in the first quarter. Costley and Casson getting some time off the bench.
As we discussed off air, the Giants yet to release their 19-year vet Sam Dempster out here yet, and you know, that's all good.
50-50
just saving that tread on those tires, you know what I mean, for when we need it.
Exactly.
Look great though.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get on. He has played and featured in 6 Rapid League games this season. So far, his Dempster. This is the 10th one the Giants have played in so far. There's a foul, and that one going against Carter or maybe Costley.
Costley will get a couple of freebies here at the line. Start things off for the Giants on the road.
So inward it is at the line. Chemist Warehouse stripe. He's had 8 games in the Sal's NBL this year.
Could expect Riccio and Matthews to get up and extend their defense here. Giants have done traditionally, just take a little bit of time off the clock. Their pressure, here it is.
Straight away, Costley comes forward, the young point guard. Bush. There's Murphy, playing at the 2 guard, almost losing it, but recovering really well. And that's been tipped back to Nelson. Here goes Adams, he's pretty hot. There's Bush, fighting hard, and there's there's a foul.
And I love that from Vericchio and James Matthews, two slightly undersized guards, but, you know, making up for it with speed and aggression and getting in there and imposing themselves. Clifton Bush, I think, took a little shot there, but get the possession back for his group. But here they'll stay extended defensively again, you young guards. This is great to watch, you know, the pressure that they're extending, and why not? It's a 4-minute quarter. We got them fresh young legs. Let's get after it, you know.
Exactly, nothing to lose, right?
And James Matthews has always kind of led that with this group. Here we go.
Casson's just lost it. Matthews has pinched it.
And you can see that pressure's kind of turned the pace straight into the favor that the Giants want to play at. Slightly undersized, but happy to play a little bit faster.
That was payback. Casson gets his 2 points after all.
Yeah, easy off the turnover. Same thing though, Nelson will keep the pace here with their guards pushing.
Eagle with the rebound for the Hawks. Costley. There's Eagle again. Kobe Costley. Nice gather there from Eagle. How about those hands? Right there from Casson. He's got 2 more.
Just looking too big for them right now inside. The Hawks, just 2 or 3 bodies just banging around in there. They're so much bigger than these Giants guards down there in the paint, taking advantage. Ooh.
Those are counters right there from Josh Nicol.
That is a strong take from Josh Nicol. Ezra Eagle, another solid young man that stepped right in front of him there to you know, take the charge, but just shrugged him off and gets to the line.
Yeah, Josh Nicol didn't play last year in the Sal's NBL, did play for Canterbury in 2024.
It's a big Rapid League crew there. Tommy Ferguson, yeah. Ezra Eagle, Clifton Bush Jr. Those 3 men.
Ferguson did a good job there. Still plenty to play for in this game though, Lindsay. It's tied up, of course.
There you go, that pressure again. Just these guards extended. You see Rico up there. You see James Matthews up there. Their bigs are doing a great job as well of just, you know, taking away vision, getting into passing lanes. I think it was Inwood on that one up there. It's kind of the plug or that 3rd man.
Nicol short with that 3. And now Murphy picks up the loose ball. Coast to coast here, a little reach in. That one going against Elijah Inwood. Well, let's see what the Bay can do with this. Ferguson.
Go straight to that size advantage again. Love to see Tommy get aggressive here and get to the paint. Instead they settle for a contested 3. Great job of Cliffy Bush getting on the boards though, but James Matthews, again, super active.
Got annoying hands, hasn't he, if you're a Hawks player?
If you are, yeah. Beautiful hands if you're with the Giants though.
100%. There's a foul going against Balon Casson.
He was lucky there. He was probably got bailed out a little bit, just a half beat deep on 1 foot, but got caught with the reach in. Good patience to stay with the play.
So that sends Cooper Adams to the line here. Went up to Germany earlier in the year. New Zealand under-18 squad.
Albert Schweitzer tournament, one of the prestigious youth tournaments on the globe.
A number of players in that team are playing in the Sal's NBL.
That's right. A breeding ground for a lot of talent that's, you know, bumping through into the FIBA space and making a lot of noise, the Sal's NBL. And doing a great job. The Giants, they are young bucks, but haven't rotated anybody in yet, and probably playing with the best pace that I've seen so far in the Rapid League, just defensively extending themselves and pushing offensively as well, which is cool to see in such a shortened version of the game. There we go.
Ferguson, that time.
No.
What?
Respectfully, I agree with my man Tommy. That's fair game right there. That's a beautiful post move. But we have a next play mentality and we move on.
Exactly. Here's Matthews.
Okay, little flare action there. James Matthews attacks the big.
Well, that's a bit of payback right there from Ferguson, right?
Tommy Ferguson does a great job of rim protecting. James just tried to beat him laterally, uses speed, but Tommy, too big, too long.
Matthews. Nickel looks for that cut from Adams. Pretty sure that was a pass as we see Murphy racing down court.
Oh, great duck in here.
Sometimes that's hard to tell though, Lindsay, isn't it? Here's Ferguson. And that is a foul. And
yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right. The way that it ricocheted, but I believe he was looking to throw a lob there. Great duck in here from Tommy Ferguson, and love that someone got the memo down to him so that when he catches it down there, down low there, he's so big, he needs to impose himself and be aggressive, and he's been doing great at that the last couple of possessions. Love that he stayed aggressive too after he got punished from that little offensive foul. Still backed himself, and here he is at the line.
So Ferguson, just 4 points each in this second quarter so far.
Quite a few fouls, to be honest, for a rapid league quarter. You know, at least 7 fouls on the board. 3 will get you in the bonus, so both teams in the bonus at least for another minute 20. So they're playing defense, which is a positive.
This is the second, but there's a little tip back for Murphy. Constantly just doing enough.
Oh, board silently hurting both teams here, just giving up a couple, you know, real crucial positions.
Oh, he would pass, and that's messy again for Hawke's Bay. And Nelson have got it.
Just love the way that Nelson's giving themselves a chance through effort, to be honest with you. They're just keeping themselves in the game through effort.
Sometimes that takes you a long way.
It really does.
And there's a nice little and one player for Riccio there.
I love the way there that he just he took up space, right? So again, if you're teaching, when we're attacking often against size, you feel like you've got to get away for it and try and finish over it, where there, as the smaller player, he attacked the chest, shrunk the gap, and then he extended away to finish, which was great to see from such a young guard.
It's the three-point play too. Nelson hit the front by 2.
I can't tell you which school, but I believe recently Rico committed to a school in the States, so congratulations. His father,
brilliant.
Carlo, been hooping down in that region for a very long time.
So there's another foul going on Nickel.
And you know what? I love that the sportsmanship there shown by both young men, and I also love that Nickel stood in front of him. You know what I mean? Even though he didn't get rewarded with the charge call, he did exactly what we teach our youth to do, which is stand in front and try and take it in the chest. Whereas 9 out of 10 brothers there are jumping and hacking and going for the highlight play.
So back to the line goes Ferguson. Pretty active in the game. He's only got 1 point.
Yeah, very active. A great example of how you can be effective in a game without necessarily putting the ball in the basket. Defense, rebounding, communication, leadership, free throw shooting.
All adds into the mix, doesn't it? So back to a 1 point game now, but a full court pressure coming from Hawks.
Yeah, again off that free throw. Little smoke and mirrors though.
Theo can't nail the 3, and it's Ferguson with the rebound. That's his 4th of the game. Here's Murphy.
Not a bad look either with the 2 for 1 here, so they'll get another possession, Nelson.
Murphy. He's struggling to really get good looks in this game. Murphy settling for that long ranger. Well, that worked out beautifully for Ferguson. Another foul this time coming from Inwood.
Yeah, and great observation. You know, the Giants are doing a great job of switching these perimeter actions and kind of forcing them into contested threes. The one thing that they're getting hurt on right now is the O boards from these bigs. They need to clean that up. They do that, and they're playing with pace down the other end, which is to their advantage.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? 4 offensive rebounds for Hawke's Bay from the 11 they've secured in the game.
And that's a lot in 8 minutes for 4 O boards. And again, these last 2, I'm pretty sure, have turned into trips to the free throw line, which means you're getting punished on the scoreboard.
So Ferguson for a 1 point lead. Well, Nelson have already used their BNZ player timeout in this half. Of course, they come through James Matthews. Working off Nickel, lost. Here's a bonus 2 points.
Oh, try.
Luck there for Jacob Murphy.
Correct.
Hang on, did he call a BNZ player timeout before it went out?
No.
It's going to be
he was looking at the poor court wipers there. He said, come on, yo.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's going to come out and help them. I respect it. My
2
man.
points back. Gone begging there, Lindsay, right? That could be the game.
It's tough. It's tough.
17 to 16 rather is the halftime score to Hawke's Bay. They outscored Nelson by 1 point in that quarter. And it's a very even spread of scoring for the Hawks on the Chemist Warehouse stats here, Lindsay, isn't it? Look at that. In fact, it's pretty much the same on the other side, too.
Super balanced. I'm not even going to read through all the names in there for you and bore you. Same with the assists. Probably one of the most balanced competitive Rapid League halves I've seen the whole season. Tommy Ferguson, big on the boards. But you could just tell from the foul count. I think there was almost 10 fouls in that second quarter. Just shows that they were competing defensively. 3 steals, Jacob Murphy. Really, really fun quarter of Rapid League to watch there. Giants doing it all with only 5 players as well. The evergreen Sam Dempster yet to break a sweat outside of warm-ups.
Yeah, basically, I think that might stay the same all the way through. And there's Willie Burton there, of course, assistant coach of the Hawke's Bay Hawks.
The legend. All-time leading rebounder.
Pam better be on his game there, because those eyes are going to get you on Willie Burton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got them from Willie a couple times when I was young, and deservedly so as well. I think he might have been questioning that post move there. Willie liked to bang down on the post. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have called that on Tommy, that's for sure. Big Willie would have let that one slide. Fair game. Aiden Daly over there as well.
It's a real family connection down in the Bay, isn't it? Alonzo there, and of course the Daly clan have been there.
Bush Fano, yes.
Exactly.
Kirsten, I believe,
yes.
Recently with a huge honor from Basketball New Zealand. And deservedly so, you know, her Fano and obviously her being a huge, you know, stalwarts and servants to the game, and not only in, you know, that region, but throughout all of Aotearoa. So shout out, respect. Craig was manager of my first New Zealand team. Whew. Yeah, there's work cut out for him on that one.
Don't want to explain your younger self. Here goes Murphy for 3. Oh, yeah, sweet shot there from Murphy. That lead now of 4 points is one of the healthiest of the game. The biggest game, the lead of the game so far has been 5 by Hawke's Bay. Here comes Matthews. Now to Nickel. Goes to 3 ball from Adams. He's buried one earlier in the game, and now here comes Bush. Harder. Gonna work off Ferguson.
Oh, he got the switch here. He got the small down low. They went away from it. Again, Tommy Ferguson's. They've got to see when he's got the smallest player on the court marking him and take advantage of it.
Ooh, tiny move from Bush. Now that's come off a Nelson player, and it's going to be more possession for Hawke's Bay.
Great take there from Clifton Bush Jr. Just lifted a half beat short. And there's Jared Kenny. What is his official title right now? He's like Jackie Moon over there. He do a little bit of everything.
Jack of all trades,
okay.
Absolutely. It's rebound taken here by Inwood.
Shout out JK, the legend.
Here's Nickel.
I like Nickel. Haven't seen a whole lot of him this season. Really like his game.
Tipped out of court by Murphy there. Yeah, Josh Nickel, number 5 for Nelson. Samoan international as well.
Okay, there we go. That's why I like him. I'm from Avondale, man. That's my people.
Yes, Nickel. Come on, he's going to bury the 3 now. He wasn't far away.
Good looking shot, though.
Oh, Bush lost it stone cold, and that's a nice get in there by Matthews to narrow the gap back to 2.
That was great hands there by Inwood, and it's this Giants crew just annoying, just like that there, and that's exactly how they have to play to be in this match right now. Just get under people's skins. It's quite happy to use their fouls in such a short game, which is smart, especially when you're playing with a short or no bench. I like that from James Matthews. And most instances there, when you give up a foul, guys are kind of backing off a little bit, whereas he's on the front foot. You have to be with this kid because he's been on fire so far.
If you can't now, the long ranger again. Excellent defense from the Giants. Wide open for three is Cooper Adams. Oh, that was in. Here comes Ferguson.
Tommy Ferguson looks healthy, man. That's great to see. Kobe with the push.
Let's pass over to Eagle for three. Again, the pattern of play very similar in this quarter. The first two.
Yeah, just trading blows here early on. Pretty free flowing and loose.
Kobe Carter. It's a little steal and layup. Nice job from Kobe Carter.
Probably for the first time in the game, might be seeing a little bit of fatigue with some of the Nelson Giants players getting into their, what will be their like 10th, 11th minute of live play, which would mean they've played a full quarter of a game, which at this level is probably something a lot of them haven't done in a while.
Yeah, Nickel, he's doing the double teapot.
He looking over at Coach Fitchett and Mr. Dempster like, hey, we're going to use one of these BNZ player timeouts, or?
James Matthews it is at the line. He's got 4 points in the game.
And again, another example, you know, of 4 points, but so much more impact than a 4 point on the scoreboard type player, James Matthews.
There we go again. Player. There he is.
Up there, that's
Rico.
Oh, again going straight at the chest of the much bigger Tommy Ferguson and finishing with the offhand. Love what I've seen from Rico, and I believe he just finished playing at the under-20 national championship, so he's probably got a great rhythm. Great cut and find for Tommy Ferguson.
That pass was thrown down a pipe and didn't even touch the sides.
Right behind some kneecaps, huh? Beautiful. Oh.
Yeah, travel violation called right there against Elijah Inwood.
Do you think if he broke it down, he was only on his 2 steps, but because it was such an awkward looking play, got the call made? You see here, Rico just love the way that he's staying up the court, defensively pressuring. If you're a guard that size, that's where you need to live at. Think Matthew Dellavedova.
Exactly.
Everybody want to be Steph Curry now, but you all need to be watching Matthew Dellavedova.
What a great player. Oh, there's for Rico, there's Vericchio again.
Beautiful little push shot. Being really impressed from him this evening, Glenn.
He is the leading scorer in the game with 7.
Tommy Ferguson being great as well for the Hawks.
He's got 4 points and 7 rebounds.
Love to see him get aggressive here.
Here we are. Come on, Tommy.
A little bit of fatigue down low.
Take him on. There you go. Nice job from Ferguson.
Beautiful. And when he gets comfortable adding that left hand to his package and finishing over that right shoulder, he's going to be deadly.
Matthews, tough basket made by him.
That's tough. And that kind of epitomizes James Matthews, you know what I mean? It's just like he just kind of willed that into the basket, if you will.
And we've got a really tight game coming up in the 4th quarter here with the score of 26-24. So plenty for both teams to ponder heading into this last quarter. Don't forget we have the NZNBL game coverage beginning at 7 o'clock. This one's in the balance. So Nelson, they've been a click behind most of the game, but they've been right there the whole way, Lindsay.
I would say all 3 quarters have kind of followed the same rhythm, algorithm. Started off relatively loose and a little bit sloppy, and then actually tightened up and being great basketball towards the last couple of minutes. A little bit of fouls factored in that first half. I'd say if it were one thing for the Giants, probably watching a little bit of fatigue, as you could see in there, that Nickel, he's been banging a lot down there, and probably the only lone big for the Giants is, and Sammy Dempster is smiling at him right now. You know, if they're going to do anything, they're probably going to have to try and protect him a little bit and just watch, you know, what he's doing, especially with their defensive pressure, maybe buy a little bit of time with the zone for a couple of possessions.
Well, Ferguson's the leading scorer now. That last 2 points that he scored, 8 he's got, with Murphy on 6 and Carter on 5.
8 and 8, Tommy.
Tommy
in 12
Ferguson.
minutes. That's impressive. Plus he got an assist.
Well, he's got a chance to get a double-double.
like
Josh
a real
Ledger.
double-double.
Well, Josh Ledger got a real double-double recently.
Yeah,
so.
you were saying.
Oh, but Ferguson's going to start this game on this quarter on the bench. Clifton Bush is back out there. Hopefully that's not the last of Ferguson, but you never know. These coaching teams have got their strategies ahead of the Cells NBL game. And that 2 points, that's unlucky for Nelson.
Man, that touched every part of the ring before it popped out, didn't it?
It touched every part of Josh Nichols' body as well. Agonising, he just couldn't gather it in.
Stay extended here with their two guards playing behind and got their wing up front, playing the plug. Ooh, like that little run and jump action there. You could see James Matthews was trying to get Kobe over here to the sideline and then flip him into his teammate.
Yeah, it didn't quite work though, did it?
No, but Inwood is good, really good in that kind of that spot there, is that Roma right there. You've got your two guards pressuring, and Inwood's kind of like that third plug man that's shooting gaps, gambling.
Here's Carter.
One luxury of being a slightly smaller group. See Cliffy Bush Jr. get aggressive there too with his size and athleticism.
Carter not getting it to Eagle.
Here we go.
Shot clock pressure here.
Right on time, you know, not a pretty play, but just get aggressive downhill in that scenario. If you're Cliffy Bush, you're so athletic and skilled, and you're playing against a mismatch in often size-wise and athleticism-wise, and get to the cup, put some heat on the referees and the ring. Like your pops used to.
Here's Murphy.
Ezra Eagle, great screen, and again, he got a point guard on him right now. He just need to duck in.
Bush. Nice finish from Clifton Bush. And he's going to the line for a three-point play.
Love that from Cliffy, and that's where he need to live all game. Right there. Again, he got a, you know, size advantage. Very skilled down there, can play in the paint. Beautiful, and gets rewarded with a strong finish and one. Would love to see Ezra Eagle there, though. Just get to his duck-ins and impose himself with that big, solid frame.
Bush completes the three-point play. Second three-point play in the game.
Big play, extended out by 5 here. Big position for the Giants.
So Bush has got 6 points now.
Same thing James Matthews needs to see here when he's got a power forward switching onto him and take advantage.
Ooh. Oh, Carter, not on my watch. ID there from Kobe Carter. That was not the worst spin move you've seen from Harikio either.
Yeah, good O, better D. Short clock here. 6 on the clock.
Ooh, Adams. It's still going to be Nelson Ball.
That's self-explanatory right there. Exactly. Next play. They'll have, again, short clock to play with here, the Giants. Off the deflection.
Adams, that's smashed out of his hands by Clifton Bush. And here comes Costley.
Great block by Clifton Bush Jr. there.
Wow, what about that block from Carter as well?
You see, I like this. Is getting aggressive down there. His guards have got to feed him down there.
Murphy. And good defense by Nelson.
Yeah, and that's a win if you're the Giants. You know, a contested 3 on the perimeter when you got bigs down low.
It's the right play. It's going to be Hawke's Bay ball. Just the execution not quite there that time for the Giants.
No, ideal was right. You're right. Execution didn't pay off, unfortunately. Had a speed advantage. Thought he could beat him to the backdoor play. Pass was a half beat long.
There's another foul at the midcourt.
It's a good call by Mikey Graham. James was a half beat late there, trying to cut the sideline off and foul Kobe. We get a couple free throws here. The Giants are in the bonus for the last 2 minutes 14 here of the quarter. The half, I'm sorry, the game.
Yeah, that might be critical down the stretch of this one too, Lindsay.
It will be. It will be. They'll just have to play real clean. It just makes it a little bit harder to apply that pressure.
Exactly,
defensively.
especially when you're 5 points down, maybe 7.
Opposite, if they're smart, the Hawks have kind of got 2 fouls up their sleeve if they need to use them, where they don't even need to let the Giants get shots up if necessary.
Well, the biggest lead of the game has been 5 points. Let's see if Murphy can extend it. So Balon Cassen's going to come back into the game. Coach Kane Hawke. So it's a 6-point game. This is the biggest lead of the game, and Casson coming back in for Murphy.
Still a 2-possession game, 2 minutes, an eternity in the game of basketball.
Nelson won't want this lead to get any bigger, which makes this play important. Here's Matthews. Just as you think he's going to go all the way there, Casson gets in and just disrupts.
Yeah, playing out of that flow action, got to that middle on ball. James Matthews downhill. Great little reach and deflection to negate that action.
It's Matthews again. Oh, tough defense by Carter. He's come up with a couple of big plays in this fourth quarter.
That was a great wall up there, just getting his chest in front and contesting, keeping his arms out and not caving in. Just what you ask of your bigs around the ring. That's what Rico was doing such a great job of avoiding or negating by getting into their chest earlier in the game.
Osley.
This pressure.
Casson. Foul given up by Cooper Adams.
And he's been solid. As soon as he's plugged in, he's contributed straight away, both times. Casson.
Yeah, he's going all right, Balon Casson. Just his second season. Didn't play at all last year. He's out with an ACL.
Okay.
Pretty tough when you're 17 to do your ACL.
Yeah, great to see a young man out here playing at the level he's at already, coming off an ACL injury. Salute.
Second free throw again, nudges Hawke's Bay clear. Just by that little bit more.
Out of this drag on-ball action. Get it to the second side of the court. Back to the third side here with a switch on defense.
There's a three-ball up from Adams, who nails it. Big basket there for Nelson.
Yeah, and Cliffy Bush Jr. just got caught helping off the strong side corner. Just kind of like the cardinal sin in basketball, and he gets punished. Big hit for the Giants. Cut this thing to 4.
8 points now for Adams.
Tommy Ferguson's still got a tiny down there, and they keep missing him. So that'll be a great learning for this Hawks team. And right there on time, Clifton Bush Jr. learning on the fly and just imposing his size, athleticism, skill on the game. Huge hit from Cliffy there to stretch this thing out.
And again, he's going to the line.
Yeah.
Third three-point play in the game for him.
I love it. They're getting the ball. Whoa, them socks. What
the heck? Don't think you can buy those in a shop, Lindsay.
They look like some player special edition joints right there.
And again, Clifton Bush, 3 3-point plays in the game. He's got 9 points. Here's Matthews. Can't get the gap he was looking for here. Oh, he can! In fact, that was Vericchio, wasn't it? Very nice hand skills from him. Just couldn't seal the deal this time. So Hawke's Bay in control now. Less than a minute to play as Ferguson. It's going to be Hawke's Bay possession.
Great take there by Tommy. Love to see him just get to 2 feet. Again, on 8 and 8. Chance to get to a real live double-double in 16 minutes of play and less because he hasn't played the whole time. It's pretty impressive. And most importantly, a win.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay need it, don't they? Nice ball play out to Ferguson. He's all straight with that 3! And that kind of sums up Nelson in this game. Plenty of effort, but just not perhaps the luck.
And again, they do say, often in basketball, if an air ball is shot, it's very difficult to rebound. Your timing, especially after a lifetime of it hitting the ring, you're positioning and timing yourself to jump with it hitting off a ring of some kind, and then when she just sprays straight into you, it can catch you off guard. I think that's what happened there.
NZ player timeout called by the Hawks. Again, they want that 2-for-1 play. So another chance for you to scan that QR code and get your ticket to the big game, thanks to BNZ. An initiative from BNZ all season long. Great investors in the sport of basketball, aren't they?
Yeah, we appreciate any help we can get. Thank you, BNZ. James Matthews, great to see him. Looked like he took a little tweak there, but he's back out competing. Easiest Easiest little find there for Cliffy, just left it short. He had a
Well,
great
he needed to be
half,
fouled,
though.
Lindsay. Here comes the drive. Speaking of fouls, and in the three-point play goes for James Matthews.
It's a big play, big turn of events there. You see the easiest of lays missed by Cliffy Bush Jr. at the other end, who's been on a heater, and then Nelson turned it into quick offense at the other end to cut this to 5. James will go to the free throw line to cut it to 4, and you'd expect them to extend with their pressure here.
The clock's against them, though.
Clock's against them, and the foul count as well. Again, no fouls to give, so if they do want to pressure here, they're going to have to be smart with their pressure and shoot passing lanes.
Matthews gets the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. It's 34-30.
Here we go, they'll get that trap. Oh my goodness.
Nelson. How did Hawke's Bay keep that?
Oh, they still got an 8-second chance here.
Oh, it's going to be Nelson possession. Great defense. Great full court pressure.
Or the Hawks could get more organized with their attacking pressure off free throws.
Oh, this could be crucial here. Almost.
Wow.
Oh, what about that play from Murphy? Take it out.
Those 2 positions right there. I don't know if I've ever seen that. That was an inbound that got deflected back into the inbounder.
Yep.
Wow. You know what? At least there's plenty for us to learn on in these games, which is exactly what Rapid League is about. Growth, development.
Here's another steal. Here's Varicchio.
Pressure.
That should seal it for Hawke's Bay. Here's Eagle. Nice play into Kobe Carter, who gets the basket to close the game out. Bit tight there at times for Hawke's Bay, but they have got the win. They've got their 5th win in 2026 in the Rapid League. Hasn't been easy, though, against this enthusiastic Giants team.
Oh, some great signs there from that group, though. You know, Tommy Ferguson, definitely a standout, but Cliffy Bush Jr. as well, Kobe Kara, and there you can see Jacob Murphy, you know, very balanced from both sides. So if you're talking about the Sales League coming up, you got 7 brothers there ready to plug in and compete and play straight away. Ezra Eagle leading the way with 3 assists, which is huge from your bigs. Tommy Ferguson, 9 rebounds in a 16-minute game. Jacob Murphy, 4 steals. Rico really impressed with him this evening with 3. And there are a lot of balance from the Hawks with 8 blocks this evening as well. A great performance by them.
It was. They shot the ball really well in the game, 41%. Same as Nelson, as it turned out. But well done to the Hawks. 36-30. They get the win over the Giants. Stick around, though. We've got much more basketball to come in a few minutes' time. We've got the Sales NBL game between the two. We'll catch you then.
right, here I'm with Tohi. Tohi, big game for you guys tonight. Always a big game, every game. As the playoff race begins to take shape, you know, every game becomes increasingly important. What message has the coaches? I'm here with Keanu Rasmussen, the son of Rasmus, with the Big Barrel Hawks. Hey, your team has battled through some challenging starts to the season, and it's continuing to try and build momentum. What do you see as the biggest areas of growth for your group, and how do you plan to carry that out into tonight's game against the Giants?
I think the biggest thing for us is kind of just performing 40 minutes. I think that's probably been our main area that needs work on. We've been right there with a lot of games. It's just those little lapses that we need to clean up and work on that.
Tohi, big game for you guys tonight. Always a big game, every game. As the playoff race begins to take shape, you know, every game becomes increasingly important. What message has the coach? Keanu Rasmussen, the son of Rasmus, with the Big Barrel Hawks. Hey, your team has battled through some challenging starts to the season, and it's continuing to try and build momentum. What do you see as the biggest areas of growth for your group?
Kia ora te whānau, welcome along here to Napier. It is round 9 NZNBL action between the Hawke's Bay Hawks and the Nelson Giants, two teams that have been struggling through 2026. Far more losses than wins, but one of them is going to get a rear victory this evening. Which team will it be? We'll find out over the next couple of hours. Great to have you along. Got Lindsay Tate alongside me for this game. And you've been on teams that have been successful too, Lindsay, and teams that have struggled. I'm sure you can connect with what's going through most of these players' minds right now.
Absolutely, Glenn, and great to be here. You know, a lot of new faces on both teams and a lot of turnover as well. So even though the ladder shows that both teams are struggling right now, there's still a lot to play for as a team and as individuals as well. You know, a lot of these players and imports are also playing for their next contract. So real competitive bunch of brothers out here, and it's going to be a competitive one, even though the standings don't show it right now.
And everyone thinks it's going to be competitive too. Look at that. I don't think we've ended a game all season with a 50-50 split on the Your Shout Vote poll.
I love to see it as someone who's got to talk about the game. You know what I mean? It says that everyone thinks it's going to be competitive, which are the most fun games to watch.
Absolutely. And look, they're not showing up on the leaderboard here, and time is running out, isn't it? We're kind of halfway through the season, just over now, and good win for the Tuatara last night over the Rams has put them back on top of the table. But this is 10th versus 11th. There they are, the bottom two teams in the league at the moment. So it's a very important game. No one wants to finish last.
You can't really see anybody catching those top 4 teams at this stage. The Nuggets have been outstanding in their form turnaround. You know, and then outside of that, like you said, it's really time to start digging in and sorting out who's going to make these top 6 and who's out right now. And these teams at the end, you know, it's really time for them to really stack up, or you're probably starting to look towards next season and blood in some of your young talent.
Yes, indeed. So a lot to play for. And speaking of the Nuggets, they're in action again tomorrow night as we have a look at other matchups to come. We've got the Bulls on the southern swing who back up against the Sharks on Sunday. Giants move north up to Tauranga for a 2 games in 3 days scenario. And the Tuatara looking to carry on their winning ways, and the Saints have looked pretty good in recent times as well. They've got the Nuggets in Wellington on Sunday.
Yes, and Bulls got a doubleheader tucked in there as well, so big round ahead of us coming up.
Yes, indeed. Right, let's have a look at the starting 5s for this game now, and we're going to start with Nelson, Alex McNaught, Cruz Pero Hunt, Torhi Smith-Milner, Emi Lukonen, the Finnish player, and Liam Judd, who's been going solid all season, 15 points per game in all 9 games. But undoubtedly the star recruit this team this season has been the Tall Blacks veteran Torhi Smith-Milner. Let's hear from him.
All right, here I'm with Torhi. Torhi, big game for you guys tonight. Always a big game, every game. As the playoff race begins to take shape, you know, every game becomes increasingly important. What message has the coaching staff emphasized this week about the significance of tonight's matchup between the Hawks?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to take it 1 win at a time, or 1 game at a time, and hopefully we can crawl it back in. It's a bit cliche to say there's still a lot of season to go, but we're halfway through the year, so yeah, it's going to be a tight race towards the end.
Awesome. Also, you know, what type of game can we expect to see, and what's your team's main focus areas tonight in order to get the win in the Hawks' nest?
Yeah, Keanu's obviously a big one. He killed us down at ours, so just limiting him and what he can do is a huge factor. And then they've got some other pieces like Greta and their imports as well. So yeah, not a whole lot of change that we're trying to do, but just limit those guys and what they're able to do.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for your time. Good luck for the game.
Yeah, Torhi Smith-Milner has been going at 12 points per game at 37%. He's been getting 8 rebounds and 3 assists per game, as well as he moves to the Giants. A number of teams that he's played for across his NBL career now has Torhi Smith-Milner. Well, let's have a look at the Hawke's Bay lineup, and there is a change to their starting 5. No Jackson Ball this evening. He is unavailable for this game. So Alonzo Burton comes in to fill his spot and join Dan Greta, Keanu Rasmussen, Jeremy McLaughlin, and Chase Jeter. Let's hear from a man who dropped 39 points in the last game these two teams met. Let's hear from Keanu Rasmussen.
I'm here with Keanu Rasmussen, the son of Rasmus, with the Big Barrel Hawks. Hey, your team has battled through some challenging starts to the season and is continuing to try and build momentum. What do you see as the biggest areas of growth for your group, and how do you plan to carry that out into tonight's game against the Giants?
I think the biggest thing for us is kind of just performing 40 minutes. I think that's probably been our main area that needs work on. We've been right there with a lot of games. It's just those little lapses that we need to clean up and work on that.
Awesome. Also, Nelson and Hawke's Bay have developed a bit of a rivalry, strong rivalry over the years. What do you expect to be the key matchups on the floor tonight, and where do you believe the Hawks can gain an advantage?
Yeah, I mean, there's matchups all over the floor. I think they've got some solid bigs, and we got our bigs out there as well. Guards are both quick guards on both sides, so I think, you know, there's going to be matchups all over the floor. If we can take care of our personnel, I think that'll get us over the line.
Awesome. Hey, son of Rasmus, appreciate your time. Good luck for the game.
Yeah, Clifton Bush. Plenty of character in Clifton Bush. Love his interviews. Keanu Rasmussen going at 19 points per game at 49%. A tougher game against the Fire in the last match the Hawks played, though, Lindsay. They were right in that to the last 15 seconds when Jackson Ball missed that lap. They ended up losing by 6, 94 to 88. So I'm expecting Rasmussen will be, with that extra responsibility, will be to the fore in this game as we check out the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. But Pero Hunt's been going pretty good too.
Very balanced kind of, you know, teams playing against each other this evening, as you can see. Giants struggling a little bit. Cruz Parrott Hunt's been great so far this season. He's really stepped up. He looks like he's in great shape. He's shooting the ball with confidence. Look like he's got some pop in him, in his step athletically. So really looking forward to watching him play this evening against Rasmussen in this Hawks outfit. Obviously, Jackson Ball being out is a big loss. You can't front behind that. But at the same time, you know, they slot in a very serviceable unit, the Hawks, and they're going to be a problem at home here this evening.
Yes, indeed. And look, Nelson, though, with 5 losses on the trot. It's tough, and Hawke's Bay losing their last 3. It's a touchdown. It's tough times for both teams at the moment.
Again, though, the Bay, and we were watching it right before we came on air, you know, doing our homework, they really should have won or at least been in overtime in that last game. You know what I mean? One of their best, not if their best players missed a sitter that you would expect them to make 99 out of 100 times. And, you know, not that that's why they lost the game, you know what I mean? But that was a tipping point, so very competitive. And to be honest with you, even though the scoreline didn't reflect it against the Rams, there were large parts of that game, you know, where the Giants showed that they could play with anybody in the league, and there were large portions of the game as well where they showed why they probably got the record where they currently have right now.
Indeed, so challenges for both teams, as we just see it click back to 50%. Scan the QR code as on the Your Shout vote poll, no doubt about it. When these two teams last met back on May the 17th, so what's that, only just over a couple of weeks ago, down in Nelson, Hawke's Bay got the win by 6, 102 to 96, and then a touchdown. Rasmussen dropped the season's high, career high actually, 39 points. It's a big number, isn't it? Big number.
It's a huge number, and I would expect Coach Fitchin and his crew, very proud unit down there, especially their guards, would have done their homework. They'll have their scouts sorted out in their game plan this evening, and they'll be making sure that he doesn't put 39 on the board again.
Indeed, and of course with Smith Milner and Pero Hunt and Conan all expected to contribute for the Giants. Another player we need to talk about is the recent arrival from Hungary, the American Shane Gatling, who dropped 26 points in his debut game against the Rams in their 93 to 74 defeat. But Gatling clearly can score, and if they can get him integrated better into the unit, Lindsay, they're going to be more of a threat.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. You know, again, watching bits and pieces of that game and watching his individual skill set, his athleticism, he can definitely put that thing in the basket. It's just going to be a matter of getting him integrated, getting him comfortable with his teammates and their systems. Like Tohi alluded to, though, in his pre-game interview, they have a lot of time, but at the same time, they already have a little bit of time left.
That's right.
It's halfway through the season, and this is such a balanced, even competition that, you know, you have to start putting wins on the board or you get left behind real quick.
As we are seeing with this Giants team at the moment. Micah Graham, Sam Pan and Sam McFadgen have the whistles for this game. Just a slight delay to tip-off there due to the overrunning time of the Rapid game. It didn't go to overtime, but it just went a little lengthy. And the Hawks ended up getting the win here on their home court, 36 to 30. Pretty competitive and tight game, that one.
It was a great Rapid League game.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, it stretched out a little bit. There was probably more fouling than most Rapid League games. And it was super competitive, which means we've got a slightly later start here.
Rasmussen going through his drills with Jacob Murphy, who was a key contributor in that Rapid League game. So I've just been told we might be a further delay now with some scoreboard issues. Yeah, Willie Burton. It's an interesting dynamic when you're coached by your dad, as Alonso is. Yeah, he's no rookie, Alonso.
No, absolutely. Willie is, you know, a legend, one of the all-time legends, all-time leading rebounder, I believe, in the entire competition. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing that Alonso can be playing down there with his father. But at the same time, you know, that's big shoes to fill. you know, when your dad, like a legend from that area. So salute to both of them in the way that they've conducted that. And as we were speaking about earlier in the Rapid League, you know, the daily whānau over there and everything they've done for the game, you know, some real solid community down there in Hawke's Bay growing the game.
Yeah, very good family connections across many of the teams, of course. Got Elijah Inwood in this Nelson team. Of course, his brother is at the 3x3 World Cup at the moment. No doubt the Websters come into mind as well in Palmerston North.
Absolutely. Even down here in the Bay, you can go to the Winitana whānau, the Henare whānau. James is still involved down there. Hokianga. I know I'm going to miss somebody and offend somebody, but by no means I'm trying to, you know, spread love and show that that local community, all of these local communities are doing, you know, such a great job of trying to develop and foster their local regions. You see them Warriors jerseys they dropped yesterday?
I haven't.
The Christchurch ones?
No, I haven't.
They had all of the local club league flags on the back,
nice.
which was cool. Speaking about, you know, growing and developing your local region.
Oh, we know there's a great league community in Christchurch, as there is a basketball community as well in recent years with the real growth of the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams doing all right down there.
Man, tough game last night against Tuatara.
Yeah. Auckland got up, 0-9.
I don't think that'll be the last time those two teams meet this season. Sneaky feeling.
That top four is looking like they're going to bump into each other down the path for sure.
Yeah.
Saints are always one of those teams that you know Hiram's coming, you know what I mean? They're always kind of bouncing around, and then when they lock in, they're going to be a serious problem.
If these two teams get hot too, there have been problems at certain times through the season. So it looks like well, let's get this game underway. And it's Hawke's Bay who win the tip. And here comes Rasmussen for the Hawks.
And straight away you see Alex McNaught, who's one of the better defenders in the competition, will be matched up with Keanu Rasmussen, who gave him 39 last time out. Great matchup here, Liam Judd and Dan Greeder.
Greeder has got the foul. Of course, Greeder is a former Nelson player. Played for the Giants back in 2021 and 2024. Before coming to Hawke's Bay.
Kind of established already in the ANBL, winning a championship with the Wollongong Hawks, and Liam Judd, you know, starting to get his opportunities there with the Breakers in the past season, so great to see them matched up this evening.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, you see straight away Greeder showing his experience and drawing the foul on the younger Liam Judd, getting to the line.
Nailing the two free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe to get the scoring underway. Here comes McNaught for the Giants. Judd. Smith-Milner. Oh, going to be a good battle with Jeter this evening in this game as Pero Hunt. Count that one.
There he is, Cruz, looking great, attacking downhill. Looks like he's in some of the best shape that I've seen him in, Cruz. Just athletically, he's got that pop. He's already strong. Got that Samoan moldy gene, so that's not going to be a problem taking those bumps. But love to see him playing with the confidence that he's playing with right now.
He gets the three-point play. Nice job from Pero Hunt, who's been going at 21 points per game so far this season at 41%. That's very respectable.
Outstanding season from Cruz, and they'll fall into a 2-3 zone here, the Giants. Just mixing up their looks, Coach Fitchett.
It's Greeder trying to look for space. Baseline back to Burton. McLaughlin.
You have to be careful here, Liam Judd. He's already got a foul.
Burton can't nail a triple to feel it early. Smith-Milner with the rebound. Here comes Pero Hunt. Conan down there as well. Hasn't got a touch just yet. Beautiful pass from Smith-Milner. And McNaught finishes off.
Playing out of that secondary little flow action. And Alex McNaught, beautiful back cut. Tohi Smith-Milner, beautiful backdoor pass off the bounce.
Beautiful pass as we see Greeder.
Tohi, a great passer. They use him a lot as a facilitator. Big body, but he's just got such great touch and feel for the game.
Foul is going on McNaught.
So I'm not sure if Mr. Jeter read the scout on tour. He was sagging off him last time, but that's one big that you don't want to give airspace from the perimeter because he can really shoot the ball.
Exactly, and the other thing Jeter should have been told is about Smith Milner's got rocks for hips. Here's Burton.
He's from West Auckland,
exactly.
So you know how we build him out there.
There's an import myself, yes. Here goes Smith Milner with that three, and there's Jeter. Tidy rebound from him.
That's Tohi's right in his wheelhouse right there. He's going to hit more of them than he misses.
Here's Jeter working on the fin. Lukonen now. Here is Burton from the corner. Straight with that one. Couldn't quite get set there, and McNaught comes away now for the Giants.
Again, another one who can really shoot the ball, Alonso, from the perimeter. Great take by Tohi Smith-Milner there. Just strong base on the finish to absorb the contact.
That's a strong start by Smith-Milner.
Tohi looked like he's in good shape, which is great to see. I think like Tohi, when he's locked in, he's one of the best bigs that's ever come out of the country.
100%.
He'll get picked with a little up there. He was kind of trying to squeeze up so that the guard could get underneath that screen and got caught with the foul. So him and Liam will have to be smart here. A couple fouls early. 3 on the board already for the Giants.
Oh, Breeder, that's unfortunate.
Seen a couple of slips here this evening. Saw Jacob Murphy slip out the baseline earlier in Rapid League.
There's Rasmussen's 3. Ooh, that's a beautiful shot from Rasmussen.
That is. That's great defense, but better offense there from Rasmussen.
There's a lot of...
Cruz will like this matchup. Love that he's going to the post. And I'm not even trying to be that dude, Glenn, but when we went in the lab together and I was explaining to him like how strong he is physically and where his advantage is, we had that talk a lot about how, you know, I think that guards of his size should go down to the post and impose themselves a lot more. So I'd love to see him doing that this season because he can be so effective down there.
Cruz Pero Hunt.
And shout out to his mother, Ange. That's my A1 in at school. She's been holding me down. But, you know, salute to her in the way that she's raised this young man. Stand up young man, Cruz.
Oof. Nice little tip back there from Judd. Lukonen all the way. Just
straight line blow by there for Lukonen. And we on the rim.
He had a cape on him there. There's Greeder wide open. And he buries that one. Exciting start from both teams.
Was that Rasmussen spun Alex McNaught around there. Great find for the 3.
Pero Hunt for 3. He's away. That Greeder's got it. Few Tall Blacks contenders in this game. Must be said too, with of course with the FIBA window coming shortly too. McLaughlin can't nail that one.
Out here on the court that'll be competing for national team honors, absolutely.
Judd Flavell will be watching this one with a microscope. Lukonen for 3.
Which again speaks to the depth and the parity of this league. If you're talking about 2 of the bottom teams and the amount of talent that they've got on the court right now, it's impressive.
Here is one of those Tall Blacks contenders. That's Rasmussen.
Oh, we've got to be smart here.
Oh, hang on,
there got a foul.
Jeter and Tohi Smith-Milner, they were super glued together.
And that was one of the nicest that was one of the nicest altercations I've seen in a long time.
So what you're saying is they were auditioning for Dancing with the Stars there, right? Don't know if they'll get picked,
tough one there, though. On the serious note, Tohi Smith-Milner, the best big for the Giants, just picked up his 2nd foul very early in this game and will have to go sit down, which is a massive advantage to the Hawks here early on. 4th team foul as well, so they'll be in the bonus for 6.5 minutes, the Giants.
Breeder. Well, he's lost that one, but is that another foul?
Yeah, and again, that's kind of the problem when you start off this way. You know, not only does Tohi have to go sit down, but kind of caught in this rhythm of living at the free throw line early on, so they'll have to make their adjustments, the Giants. Smart pressure.
Well, it's frustrating too because we've seen Smith-Milner with a couple of brilliant assists. We saw that jam there from Lukonen. We've got Pero Hunt in good form at the other end of the court as well.
You're right, they actually started off the game solid, just a couple of little cheap ticky-tacky fouls. You know, Liam Judd got one early as well that was kind of like a cheap one and just biting them in the foot here early on.
Yeah, Judd's on 2 fouls as well.
So yeah, there you go. You got 2 starters already, 6 fouls on the board. 2 starters got to go sit down. It's got to make that adjustment. And I know Coach Fitchett will probably get back to that 2-3 zone for a little bit here.
That gives Gatling a chance. Coming off the bench, the New Yorker, and of course Dempster's out there now as well.
Always
So
a
got some
luxury
depth.
when you can plug in an import, and Sammy Dempster, who's been in the league forever.
Here comes Gatling.
Got a little horns action into a stagger.
Kind of back to Gatling, working off him nicely, and the pass was good. There's Dempster. Well, that would have been a really nice basket from Nelson.
You've got to be careful here again with this pressure. Love the pressure, but you're in the bonus.
Stolen by Lukonen.
Reckless abandon here, which I love. But time, score, foul is very prevalent right now when you're in the bonus with 5 minutes 50 left and 2 of your starters are sitting down.
It's going to take some careful management by Nelson for the remainder of this quarter and probably the half.
They will have to stay aggressive with Rasmussen, though, because he gave them serious issues last time. Great defense.
Hunt, but Rasmussen
Better
wins the day.
offense. Just got to do a half beat better of walling up there and getting into those pockets, the Giants. If you're off the ball, great.
Hunt is going to nail that. Look at Coach Fitchett. Oh boy. Now we've seen coaches given technical fouls for behaving like that.
He didn't like the upper body movement there.
Rasmussen for three, wants to get going in this game, and he might just get going. With scoring like that, he's up to 8 points already.
Got 8 points already. Just got loose for a couple of threes, and that two that we've seen previous. Like this by Cruz, though, keeping the pressure on him defensively.
Matthews.
Tough closeout by Greeter there. Great outlet by Jeter.
Isn't it? Greeter, it's a 2-on-1 situation. Burton. Oh, he's away. Gatling's got it.
Just take the air out of the ball here.
Gatling. Tough jump shot. There's Jeter uncontested. There's another great outlet from him, and McLaughlin is going to lay that in for two more. Things not going well for Nelson at the moment.
You're just a little bit loose in transition here, the Giants, so like to see them get through a full set here offensively, get organized.
No timeout called by Coach Fitchett just yet. He must be thinking about it, though. Here's Dempster. It's off Burton, so it's going to be Nelson ball.
This is where the Giants have got to be smart. You know, they're in the bonus, so let's pump it inside. Get our feet in the paint, compress the defense, force the referee to give us some calls.
Love it. Love the coach.
Politicking.
Exactly.
Doing
Gatling.
what we can.
Dempster.
Great jam there by Sammy Dempster to get an extra possession.
There he goes again, the vet. Oh, no communication that time with Lukonen.
And you're right, Glenn. Might be time for a little timeout here. Just a little bit out of sorts, and body language not great either. So time to just reset. And again, this is part of losing two of your starters early on as well. Those huddles just get a little bit looser, especially when you're bringing in Gatling, who's new to the group. He's still trying to find his feet as an individual.
Especially if Hawke's Bay score here. Here's Jeter. Kick out pass to Jacob Murphy. Rebound taken by McNaught.
Great rebound there from point guard Alex McNaught. Controlling the pace here.
What again, working off Lukonen. Gatling, good pass. Kind of might fancy himself on the post there.
Here for sure.
Let's see what he can do against Rasmussen. Oh, Rasmussen caught one in the head there.
Got to finish those though. Love it though, being aggressive. You know, he's given you problems last time, so the best thing we can do at this end is be aggressive against him, tire him out defensively and make him work, wear him down that way.
Long arms of Chase Jeter. Nice finish from Chase Jeter.
Wow, and a very unorthodox kind of finishing package, but very effective, Chase Jeter, from what I've seen early on.
That is a timeout called by Coach Fitchett. Seen enough. Time for a corridor. 7-point game for the Hawks. And Rasmussen's made a hot start here, Lindsay.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, great defense, but better offense. You can see Greeter also hot from the perimeter. Again, half beat later on that contest, and Keanu Rasmussen's punishing them, so they're just going to have to take away that airspace and climb up in him, but great start for him. Again, if he gave you 39 last game, they're going to have to make that adjustment early.
3 threes already in the game for Hawke's Bay. 3 from 7, none from 5 for Nelson. And there it is, the Hoops and Schools program in Southland, Otago this week. Scan the QR code, find out more, and sign up for what's that great initiative, courtesy, and I'll give thanks to the Chemist Warehouse, of course.
Just weathering the storm here for the next 3 minutes if you're the Giants. You know, Tohi had to sit early with 2 and Liam Judd with 2, which is a huge loss for them. In the bonus really early. Done a half-decent job of staying in the fight, but a really important 3 minutes here weathering the storm and at least making sure if we're not cutting into this lead that we're not letting it stretch out here before we can get our guys back in.
It's 19-12 at the moment. Rasmussen with 8.
Well, you're right, and he took a good shot to the nose there on that last play.
Yep, from Lukonen. Well, hopefully that's not the end of Rasmussen. 7 points to Greta. Hawke's Bay shooting at 50% at the moment. And leading scorer is Pero Hunt. He's made a strong start offensively with those 2 field goals to his repertoire so far.
Clifton Bush Jr. checking in. He had a great Rapid League game previous, so he'll slot right in here. Be nice and warm.
He had 9 points in that game. Lukonen going to work on Jeter again. He's lost it, and Kobe Carter's got it.
Greta there with the hands in.
Greta very active in this game early as well.
Yes.
Plenty of energy from Greta. Murphy flew in, but couldn't get it.
That's one thing to love about Greta. He's a two-way player. He works at both ends of the court. You know, he's not one of those imports that's going to come in and try and give you 30 and not play any D. He's locking up, rebounding, and giving you points as well.
Gatling. There we are. That's Shane Gatling going to work, getting his first points of the game.
And rightfully so. You can kind of see the Nelson crew questioning if they're getting the same call on some of these attacks right here. And there he is, just staying with the play. Greta just outworking the opposition for 2.
It's classic Dan Greta.
He's got a motor, huh?
He has. Yeah,
he's one of those guys that looks like he's tired, but he just never gets empty. He just keep going.
Exactly. It's like a Toyota Corolla at full steam, which is okay. You know, it's not the worst car.
They keep going.
They just keep going and going. Here comes Bush. Now Greta.
They're the ones that all of the panel beaters want.
Exactly. Greta for 3.
It's too comfortable.
Greta out there. What's his numbers at the moment early in this one? 7 points, 2 rebounds. And playing with someone like him is really good too. Good team man.
Good team man. You could see him clap his hands there in a little bit of frustration, knowing that with Nelson having 5 fouls on the board, basically every time he barrels to the ring, he's going to get a pretty good look. So he had to come back in here. Coach Fitch had seen enough. He's going to trust him here for the last minute to not accidentally run into somebody. Even though he got a massive size advantage here, you got to be smart. Trying to get to a little high-low action here for Tohi. He's been in that paint a long time.
Oof, big 3 there from Cruz Pero Hunt, a much-needed basket.
Cruz been lights out from 3 this year, again, which is great to see. Always had the ability to shoot it, but just the confidence he's playing with right now, and the pop is beautiful.
Must have had a shoelace on the line because it was only a 2.
Okay.
Here comes Murphy.
Little zone action here. Little 3-2 from the Giants. Spying a bit of time.
Carter over to Murphy.
Foul trouble, like it.
Ferguson.
He was great in the Rapid League game also, Tommy Ferguson. Almost had a double-double.
Yes, indeed. Here comes Pero Hunt now. Good couple of stops here for the Giants. Can they convert it into more points? No, it just salvages it. Gatling work off a screen here from Smith-Milner. Gatling for 3, and it goes. Big basket, and they're back to a 2-point game.
Big hit, and he can do that. He showed the ability to do that against the Rams. I believe he had 26, pretty much walking off the plane for them. They'll stay in this zone here to finish the quarter, the Giants.
Nice little 5-0 run for the Giants. Narrows that go right up.
They'll have one last position to play with as well. You can see this 3-2 kind of messing with the Hawks.
Carter.
A bit stagnant right now.
I get it, Smith-Milner. It's fallen there for Carter.
Oh, Coach Fitch. The sound that I just made is what Coach Fitchett was making internally when he saw Tohi Smith-Milner slapping for the ball with 2 fouls at the end of the first quarter.
In the end, it's a tight first quarter. That nice little comeback from Nelson. It's 21-19. Second quarter coming up in just a moment. Under 19 to Hawke's Bay, heading into the second quarter here in Napier. Hope you're enjoying the game here. Round 9 of the Cells NBL.
Solid first quarter from both teams. Giants dealing with a little bit of foul trouble right now. Something to keep an eye on. Tohi Smith-Milner and Liam Judd with 2 early in the piece. Did a great job to hang in there late. A little bit of zone action to buy them some time.
Yeah, Smith-Milner's still out there, but Judd continues to sit on the bench. Now Lukonen on Burton. Smith-Milner.
Great rebound from Rasmussen. Great to see him back out there after taking a bloody nose.
Right pass. There's an offensive foul going against Ferguson.
Tough, smart play from Tommy Ferguson. Just tried to jam up on Tohi Smith-Milner and give Cliffy Jr. the ability to drive to the ring there, but got caught on that back foul.
Here's Smith-Milner out of Pharaoh Hunt.
Tough little chase action there from Tohi and Cruz, just playing downhill. Potentially could have been an and one there. Tie things up. Cruz again looked great early on for the Giants. He's at 10 already, I believe. Double digits. They'll stay in this 3-2 zone, which has given the Hawks problems to finish this first quarter. You can see them real stagnant, stuck above the free throw line right now. Kind of struggling to get into anything.
Rasmussen might want to get going again. And now a chance for Nelson to take the lead here. They're on a 7-0 run at the moment, the Giants.
Turning these defensive stops into a bit of energy, momentum, pace.
Lukonen, lovely ball into Gatling. Over the top of Clifton Bush and Nelson. And what a comeback.
You can see it, just the momentum, you know, the confidence that they're playing with of getting a few stops and turning it into points at the other end. Look like a different outfit. And the Hawks do as well, so stagnant out here up the top. Just look really confused against this 3-2. There we go, there we go.
Bush wide open for 3. He's missed it though. He's not the biggest, best three-point shooter in this Hawke's Bay lineup. Now Pharaoh Hunt going to work again. Fantastic play from Cruz Pharaoh Hunt. And we've got a three-point play coming up as well.
That'll get him to 12, and smart from Cruz. He sees the big in transition. Tommy just keeps it in a strong hand and gets to the reverse. Uses the rim as protection there as well. And great to see him playing with so much confidence right now, Cruz Pero-Hunt.
12 points, chance for 13. 5 from 7 from the field. Outstanding start by Cruz Pero-Hunt.
I used to have nightmares about these dudes, man, when they were playing at Ross Mini. Now it's great just having to watch them do it to somebody else. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, can't get the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse strike, Cruz Pero-Hunt.
And now we're playing mind games, Glenn. They're just gonna fall straight back into this 3-2 zone. Until you guys get the ball below the free throw line, we're just gonna stick in here.
Well, Hawke's Bay need a basket. They were up 21-14 and cruising.
And again, you like the change up, and those guards up there are a problem. McNaught, I get one of the best in the country, and Cruz is tough as well, and you've got some smart bigs in the back, so.
Greta doing what he does best. Boy, the momentum is with the team in white right now.
Great coaching from Coach Fitchett there, the defensive change-up.
That's working a treat, isn't it? But more importantly, they're capitalizing at this end of the court.
Absolutely. And this, he'd be nice too, yeah? A little mid-range game in there, so not only from the perimeter, mid-range as well, and timeout Hawks. Time to talk it over.
Gallen scored 9 points in his 9 minutes of court time so far as Nelson, 13-0. They are on a run at the moment.
Can't ask for a better response on the road, you know, facing a little bit of adversity. Timeout. Trusted is big, and Tohi got him back in. Little defensive change, and just like that, we up by 4 on the road.
And the fouls too, of course, to Judd. And you touched on Smith-Milner as well. Not quite time yet to celebrate with a large pizza at Sal's, 20% off for Nelson, but they might want to consider if they kick on and win this game after this challenging start.
And like you mentioned, Glenn, Liam Judd early on, we were really excited to see his matchup with Greta. A couple early fouls, we haven't seen him since, so exciting for the Giants that they'll be able to insert him back into the game shortly, having managed those foul issues to get them this deep into the quarter.
Let's see what the response is going to be from Hawke's Bay here. They need something now.
McLaughlin checking into the game for the Hawks here. Give them a different look. Give them a big threat in the center of the court. Try and get that ball in there.
That's three.
Shot, yeah. That is the most unorthodox three I have ever seen, but it is effective.
Absolutely, yeah. Chase Jeter.
You shoot it with 1 foot. It's like a runner, floater runner.
He's going at 45%.
Man, I need to see that again.
You will see it again, Lukonen.
Great, I like Lukonen. He's nice there. Great slip in there with the left hand, the off finish. Let's get it back over here to Jeter. Great find there. Need to see the shot again.
Oh, he wasn't far away.
Amazing.
Here comes Cruz Pero-Hunt again. Speaking of amazing,
okay.
Smith-Milner wide open. Can't get it going from deep just yet. Smith-Milner, that's 0 from 3.
Yeah, and those three are probably 3 of the better looks that you'll ever see Tohi missing on wide open lineup, so don't expect them to miss many more of them.
There's McNaught into Lukonen.
Oh, Lukonen needs to be aggressive there. Got a guard right on his back, deep in the charge circle.
Here comes Greta. Watched closely by Smith-Milner. There's Burton. Now Greta for 3 again. They're struggling from beyond the arc now, aren't they? That's 4 from 14.
Yeah, and if you were to do a shot chart right now, 90% of their shots are from the perimeter, and they're not shooting a great clip. Would love to see them get to some kind of action where through penetration, whether it's off the cut, the pass, or the dribble, they're compressing the defense. And then if you generate looks from the perimeter, so be it. But at least we've got a little bit of rhythm, and our rebounders know where they're going to be. Right now, we're kind of stagnant, just firing up contested threes, and their zone set to kind of get to the rebounds before us.
Well, Greta picks up a second foul with that play. And now Hawke's Bay. And a little bit of foul pressure early in the second quarter.
And often in these scenarios, you're figuring out what to do defensively against the offensively, against their schemes. When the best defense against a zone is to get stops and run, to not let the zone get set whatsoever.
Oh, we've got some action off the ball there, and that's going against Lukonen.
Oh, it's a great get up there. Hit him with the little breakdancing joint.
By the way, Cruz Hunt's taking a breather. 12 points, 6 rebounds already in this game.
Again, you know, the physicality of a guard of that size, beautiful to see, and they'll stay in this zone. And why you want to go to Alex McNaught's side of the court, I'm not sure. That is where...
Hawke's Bay struggling in this quarter. They're being outscored 10-3 at the moment.
That's a win if you're Nelson. Can he just wrap that around his leg?
He did, and Gatling, I tell you what, he is struggling to miss at the moment. He's up to 12 points.
Well, this guy, it looked like he's going to be a bucket, Mr. Gatling.
Rasmussen.
Oh. Tohi going to walk straight to the sideline here. That's a tough one there. That's his 3rd foul. And again, was just a half beat late on that contest. And if you're Coach Fitchett, you'd probably give up with him not even putting himself in that scenario. But that'll be Tohi's learning. He's a smart player.
Smart play from Rasmussen, wasn't it?
Absolutely. You see a big down there that's in foul trouble. We're going straight at his chest. I'm actually surprised they didn't strategically try and attack that a little bit more and get him sitting down early, because Tohi going and sitting down is a big difference for the Giants. Same as Liam Judd. You know, next time down, we're running something to attack him and make him slide his feet and put him in a scenario where he's either got to let us get an easy one or foul. Especially since he's been sitting for what? Probably 10 minutes of gameplay right now?
Exactly. Rasmussen 2 from 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. His first 2 free throws off the game. Rasmussen up to 10 points. Lukonen, too easy. Oh, that was a miss.
A little bit too much sauce on that one. He's probably, in his defense, he was probably scared that Jeter was going to keep chasing with his length, but he gave up on the play.
Speaking of easy misses, look at Greeter.
There's one guy that does not give up on any play there, Greeter.
Greeter, great stuff. Now Rasmussen again.
Great wall up, great finish as well by Rasmussen. Love his ability to kind of absorb contact down there in the paint, even though he's a wing, and still get up to the ring and finish strong. Beautiful from Keanu Rasmussen.
Well, Rasmussen not breathing through his nose at the moment after getting that elbow to the snoz. And he's not letting it affect him at the moment. 32-28 as Hawke's Bay come back into this contest.
No, that'll take him right into double digits right there with, you know, Greeter's right behind him with 9 as well. So those two are putting big points on the board. Great to see Chase Jeter chipping in. Hawks, if they're going to want to, you know, give themselves a chance here, they're going to need at least another 1 or 2 contributors this evening. It can't just be a 2-man show offensively.
It's indeed no Jackson Ball tonight, remember, for Hawke's Bay. Nelson, meantime, we mentioned Pero Hunt with 12 points. Gatling with 12 off the bench in 11 minutes and 27 seconds of court time.
Him and Cruz have been really, really impressive in that backcourt over there. Jackson Ball, I believe, going to the prestigious Basketball Without Borders camp, pretty sure, that they have around this time of the year. Tohi Smith-Milner still sitting here with those 3 fouls. Liam Judd checking back in with 2.
Yes, indeed. And Judd not seeing a lot of court time. He hasn't scored, hasn't even put up a shot yet. He's taken just the 1 rebound. But now's the opportunity to use Liam Judd, because we know he can score big. 34 points he dropped against the Saints back in round 3.
Oh,
here he is.
Set up there.
Here's his first 2 points of the game.
Beautiful little play there, just to get him that one-on-one from the corner there with Greeter. Great finish from Liam Judd.
Greeter's out there, remember, on 2 fouls as well, so he's got to be a little careful. There's Jeter, proving nuisance value again. This guy with long arms like that always has value in those circumstances.
And he's been great on the boards down there, Jeter, just getting them, you know, being a pierce, getting extra possessions. That's his 8th of the game to go along with his 5 points. So really helping them down there. And Greeter will get a quick blow here. Well deserved.
Yeah, again, Greeter sitting down with 9 points. As Chase Jeter goes to the line.
It's
We're going at 67% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Remember, every basket made from the Chemist Warehouse stripe contributes to the Hoops and Schools program. Jeter can't get the second, but Kobe Carter's got it. Burton for three. Yes, so Burton.
Big play there, Kobe Carter checking in, offensive board, get it straight back to Alonzo Burton to knock him down for three and cut this thing to two, especially with Greeter sitting down. Exactly what you ask of your bench, plugging straight in.
We're frozen. Okay. We've got a frozen screen. Apologies for the technical problems if you're experiencing those at the moment. Score is 34 to 32. No, it's frozen on here, John. Definitely, we're watching Sky Go as well. Apologies for the technical problems if you're experiencing. I can hear you now, Sue. So, apologies for this technical problem. We are working on fixing this game. Stand by with us, so we'll be back to our live coverage as soon as possible. (37 to 36). Apologies about that, folks. Hawke's Bay closing the gap to one. Here's Gatling. And, well, did Lukonen get a little push in the back there of Rasmussen? Might have got away with one there.
May have got away with one, but they've got to make that adjustment with Gatling. You can see him coming off that on-ball screen there. He's really comfortable playing in the mid-range, so that's one thing the Hawks are going to have to adjust defensively. You're right, Glenn. Might have got away with a little in the back there on Rasmussen there on the O-board. We'll have a short clock from the baseline here, 14 to play with the Giants.
Nort checks out of the game. Cruz Pero Hunt back in now. Great pass. Oh, that's a flush and a half from Lukonen. Reckoned he was fouled as well.
Yeah, that was a great finish through length as well, showing a lot of strength there, Lukonen. Really impressive.
Here is Rasmussen for three. Couldn't nail that one. And here comes Pero Hunt.
And he loves that matchup with Zoe Bird and Cruz. Just playing downhill, using his size and strength. Keanu Rasmussen been great on the boards as well for a wing for the Hawks, especially with Greeter sitting for a little bit here, getting a blow.
Cheetah going to go to work on Lukonen. Gets the foul.
Solid little matchup there from the two imports. Oh, hopefully Kobe's okay there.
Wow, he doesn't look in good shape, Kobe Carter.
That's the third kind of serious slip we've seen this evening. Saw Jacob Murphy take a big spill earlier and then two here. So hopefully Kobe's all good.
Apologies for these technical problems, folks. We hope to get them sorted out as soon as possible.
Greeter will check back in here and Greeter will, Kobe will they'll check on him, make sure that he's all good.
Well, he's smiling, Lindsay.
Yeah. Hopefully it was more of a bang than anything structural. Looked like he good, though.
He's got that heavy strapping on his knee, but it's always good when you see a player smiling.
Tommy Ferguson, the big man, just showing a bit of love to him.
Apologies for these technical issues and audio issues that you're witnessing at the moment.
Chase Jeter knocking down that first free throw. You see the Giants will be in the bonus for the last 2.5 minutes here of this quarter. Done a pretty good job, though, of managing their foul trouble, although they do have Torrey Smith-Milner with 3 right now that they have to be wary of.
And Liam Judd's on 3 net fouls now.
Yeah, had a tough half, Liam, foul-wise. Unfortunately, just got his first basket not long ago as well, and he'll have to go sit for the remainder, I would say. Beautiful that you can plug in 19-year veteran, evergreen Sam Dempster.
This Gatling has made a very impressive start to this game. Oh, that is a big basket there from Gatling.
And Coach Fitcham might have found one with Gatling.
Exactly.
He a bucket. That's the second one that Greeter's just left short.
He's frustrated. Here comes Cruz Pero Hunt again. Where's Gatling?
Doing a great job of turning their defense into offense, though, the Giants.
A little reach in by Rasmussen there, or is it Greeter? Let's see who the foul's going on here.
And if it is Greeter, that'll be his third, so that'll be a big call. That'll be the bonus as well for the Hawks for the last 2 minutes, and that is Greeter's third, which is a huge call. He'll have to go and sit for the last 2 minutes, and he was sitting previous as well, which must have been because of his 2 fouls. So big couple minutes here for the Hawks.
Conan. Now Dempster. Oh, a little action off the ball there from Jacob Murphy.
And that'll be a bonus foul there. Again, checking in, have to know time, score, and especially foul scenarios. And they'll go to the line here and shoot a couple of the Giants. Gatling as well, another one that you don't want to see at the line. Getting confidence, watching the basketball go through the ring. Because he has been impressive. 17 points? He must have put some on when we had them technical difficulties. For real, he must have
shooting.
like 3 or 4 in there.
Shooting at 70%, Lindsay.
He about to have 19? Okay. 4 years out of Colorado, I believe.
He's got some experience playing, quite a bit of experience playing in Europe as well.
Okay, it looked like it.
Yeah.
Great find there.
Cheetah.
That's exactly where they need to find, get the basketball to the center of that defense.
Oh, no foul there by Pero Hunt on McLaughlin.
He almost looked like he was intentionally trying to foul him there, but nothing. But again, great find there. You see them go straight down the slot or the pipe to Jeter in the middle and get aggressive in the paint, which you'd love to see. Previous to this, for 6 minutes or so, they were stuck up above the free throw line shooting contested threes.
Rasmussen for 3. Dempster with the rebound.
Short clock there, that's why he took that one relatively early in the clock. Oh, nice play, McNaught there on the reject.
Conan for 3. Well off target this time, and Murphy's got it. Oh, it might be Pero Hunt, that one going on.
Looked like they got Cruz there on the reach in. And again, because of the bonus, they'll shoot a couple free throws here, the Bay. So just defensive discipline to finish out quarters. Both teams still with their BNZ player timeouts, I believe, if they do want to burn them.
Yes, indeed. So Jacob Murphy going to the line here. Hasn't got the greatest free throw percentage, Jacob Murphy. Under 50% this season.
I never understood the guys that were like lights out three-point shooters but struggle from the, you know what I mean? The one shot that's for free. It must be a mental thing, because it's not a structural thing at all, because he can really shoot the ball.
He can. Well, speaking of guys who can shoot the ball, Burton almost got a second 3, and he might get another chance. Murphy.
Multiple O-boards really hurts at this stage of the game if you're the Giants. They've done a great job to get this lead on the road. Good find.
And there's another foul. Dempster this time.
And that's tough there, Sammy Dempster. Exactly what we ask of our bigs there with the early catch. He was just a half beat late, and Jeter used his long athleticism there to get that ball up on the ring.
Well, going to send Jeter to the line.
He's already got 10 rebounds, Glenn, and
tidy
could
game.
Get to 10 points here as well. Real solid pickup for this group, the Hawks group, and doesn't force anything. Great defensively, rebounds, could almost be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
He missed the first 5 games of the season with an injury.
Okay.
He has been with the Hawks since the start of the season.
Respectfully, has one of the more unorthodox jumpers I've ever seen, but really effective, like fun to watch.
Well, there is the double-double completed before halftime for Jeter.
So say less. You're getting a double-double before halftime. You're doing your job.
McNaught.
Oh, great snake. Put him in jail. Another rebound from Jeter without even leaving the ground. It would be a luxury. 2 for 1 here if they want it.
Well, turned over. Dempster, 2-on-1 situation. McNaught.
Oh, that's a layup.
Here goes Cruz Pero Hunt. Dempster flies in. Nice salvage from him. Lukonen. Here's McNaught for three. In it goes from Alex McNaught. Well, he got the three eventually.
Big hit there from Alex McNaught to stretch this thing out to 6. And timeout here. Last 20 to play with.
And this has been a gutsy comeback from the Giants. They were down by 7 at one point.
And again, without, you know, being as connected as we are to the league, if you were to tell me that these two teams were where they are on the ladder, when you would look at the way that they're playing and the amount of individual talent that they have out there, I'd probably tell you that you're lying to me. Some really competitive basketball this evening, the way they're moving the pieces around, the coaching staff, it's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, well, the good news is we've still got another half a game to come. But Coach Will Lopez talking things over here with his team. So we're either going to stay out of foul trouble for the rest of the game. He's a key player. And fair play to Nelson. Two of their starters in foul trouble early. They absorbed it really well.
And probably just half beat deeper without Jackson Ball in the mix for the Bay this evening, then Hawke's Bay, you know, and that's why it's been so important for the likes of Jeter to step up into that third kind of scoring role for the Hawks, which he's done. He's already got a double-double at the half. So they've got 3 contributors at that end, which has been great for the Hawks and enabled them to keep in the mix, even though they've had some foul trouble with Greeter. He's had to sit a lot of the second quarter, which is a big loss for them. It's going to be interesting to see how they manage that as well. As Coach Fitchett did, he went to that zone to change things up and buy some time for these guys.
Well, Murphy's got it here for the last play for Hawke's Bay of this half.
He's just going to fully deny Rasmussen here with Alex McNaught.
Rasmussen, what's he going to cook up here? Goes for the three, and it goes! Brilliant shot from Keanu Rasmussen.
That is tough. That's twice that Alex McNaught's done basically everything you can ask of a guard to do, apart from him not letting him catch the ball, and that's a Jalen Brunson type shot. There's nothing you can do with that except for salute and sit back down for the next one.
Breathtaking stuff from Keanu Rasmussen. Just wonder whether it was a 4-point play for a second there as well. But in the end, it has got that gap back to 3 at the half. It is 46-43. Nelson in front. Half-time here in Napier. I hope you're enjoying the coverage, folks, of the NZNBL match here between the Hawke's Bay Hawks and the Nelson Giants. Glenn Armour with Lindsay Tate, and, well, an exciting finish to that half with Keanu Rasmussen with that three-pointer right on the buzzer, tightening the scores right up, 46-43. Chemist Warehouse stats, he's been a star in the first half. Lindsay is Shane Gatling, 19 points. Stunning performance from Cruz Pera Hunt as well.
Outstanding contributors all across the board, and Jeter as well with a double-double already. He's up there with 10 and 11 on the board. See across, Alex McNaught has been, as you would expect, a pest defensively. Cruz Pera Hunt with a block as well. I think we saw that late in the quarter. Kind of big physical guard imposing himself down there.
Yeah, it looked like a foul, didn't it? Mind you, a lot of blocks do look like fouls. But one thing we've got to touch on is Hawke's Bay don't have any bench points in the game. Nelson have 19. And it's all from the one guy. Incredible.
Again, yeah, a luxury when you can bring a player like Gatling in off the bench. I don't know, after watching these first couple games, how much longer that's going to be. I think someone else might be coming in off the bench if this trend continues. But, you know, like you said, 19 points to 0, that's a facet, an area of the game where the Hawks are going to have to improve drastically to give themselves the chance here at home.
Well, good to see some love still for the Hawks in the Your Shout.vote poll as well. The other thing to look forward to, of course, which isn't shown up on the Chemist Warehouse stats, is the fouls. Dan Greta had to sit for a couple of minutes at the end of that second quarter. He's on 3 fouls, and also starting the second half on 3 fouls, Tohi Smith-Milner and Liam Judd, 2 starters for the Nelson Giants. We've got a lot of drama, a lot of intrigue to come. Stick around. That second half is coming very shortly. 46-43 as we have the second half. Very close now between the Nelson Giants and the Hawke's Bay Hawks here in Napier. And both teams got challenges coming in. Remember, they're both struggling in the NBL this season to get those wins. Hawke's Bay have only won 2 games, so have the Giants. A 3-point game to the Giants. Certainly not a comfortable lead at this point of the fixture. Right, we've got games coming this weekend. Another one coming in round 9 tomorrow with Otago hosting Franklin, who are on the southern swing. You see them down the bottom there, backing up against the Sharks on Sunday. Doubleheader coming before then, though, on Saturday. The Phi and the Airs at home. The Giants back in action after quite a short turnaround here. And the Tuatara looking strong again at the moment. They're going to be tough to beat in that match in New Plymouth. And then the Saints-Nuggets game. Saints showing some good signs of life too, Lindsay, at the moment.
Yeah, they are, you know, slowly plugging everyone back in. And once they catch that rhythm, they're going to be a fun group to watch play. And like you said, Tuatara being really impressive early on the season, as well as the Sharks and Rams. They continue to do what they do, just plugging away, just always, you know, they're going to be there around that Final Four at the end of the season. When it's business end of the season, they're going to be right there.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see if the top 4 teams can be joined in the race for that top 4 by some other team. Maybe Franklin might be.
Phi, I think, you know what I mean. If they can get the wins on the board, they might have on paper one of the best rosters right now in the league. You know, it's just they just got to get them on the board now.
Well, Tarangi, of course, in good form, and got his old mate Jordan Natai with him now. So
yeah,
it's an intriguing prospect. And of course, the Webster brothers at Manawatu remain a bit of a wild card as well. Although they got pumped by Wellington in that last game, didn't they? Pepper put on 40 points or something.
And again, Wellington, you know, pretty loaded roster there as well. And when you have to play them, you know, especially at their spot, they can put it on you like that as well. But, you know, got to work Ty's first game back with Corey, and yeah, it was fun to watch, man. You know, obviously Pop's over there on the sideline, and watching those 2 brothers compete was awesome.
Yeah, we were sitting next to each other when Corey Webster was ejected. Yeah. Oh boy, don't know if I should bring that up again. So I don't. So yeah, I didn't say it. So here
but
we
on
go.
that, you know, both teams here have, you know, got at least 3 pieces out here right now that are dealing with some serious foul trouble. So it'll be very interesting to see how the coaches deal with that. And like we alluded to previous, you know, Hawks are really going to need some bench production here from a scoring capacity if they want to continue to stay in this game.
Well, Coach Fitchett's chosen not to start Liam Judd in this 3rd quarter, but the other 2 players on 3 fouls in this game are starting. That's Dan Greta and Tohi Smith-Milner.
I mean, Coach Fitchett did have the luxury of bringing in Shane Gatling, who gave them 19 in the first half as a replacement for Liam Judd with foul trouble, which is a beautiful thing. And Tohi, obviously, as your big, you're hoping that you can hide him a little bit more from some of these fouls.
Burton, off that pass from Jeter. Burton for 3. Ooh, that's a hell of a start there from Alonzo Burton. Locks the scores up.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play there from the Hawks, but Alonzo just found him some airspace and knocked down that lineup 3 to tie the score.
Gatling over to Cruz Pero-Hunt. Pero-Hunt, outstanding first half, but what about the little play from Rasmussen? Burton from the same spot. Ooh. It's a welcome sight for Nelson fans. There's Pero-Hunt again. Nice long arms there of Lukonen, but here comes Dan Greta.
So active on defense, especially with 3 fouls.
That is not the start to the 3rd quarter for Smith-Milner.
Looked like he just tried to beat him to the spot there, and 2 of them collided. And that's a huge call. Less than a minute into the 3rd quarter, Tohi Smith-Milner's been given his 4th foul.
Well, the good news is for Nelson is that they absorbed his loss in the first half really well. But it's a challenge, they're going to have to do it all again.
I love the glass half full approach. You're right. It's just like how how absorbent can they be?
Exactly. No point being a skinny little sponge. Need a big thick one, you know? A couple inches deep. Here's Pero Hunt.
Oh, wow.
McNaught. Oh, yeah, Greeter on 3 fouls. Could have sucked him in there as Dempster goes to the hoop. And that is going to be Nelson Ball. Can't be much left on the shot clock.
And even though he's only got 2 points on the board right now, McLaughlin, that might have been the biggest play of the game that he did previous. Basically sprinting into Tohi and forcing the referee to make him go sit down. You've basically made their best big. I'd be very surprised if we see Tohi again before the 4th quarter here.
Absolutely.
Which is a massive loss for Coach Fitchett. You know, from a scouting team perspective, a lot of their stuff would be geared towards Tohi being out there.
Short, but he gets his own rebound. Here goes Gatling again. Oh, how about those long arms of Cruz Pero Hunt? Another rebound to him. That's 7 in the game for him. And Pero Hunt gets rid of Rasmussen. Greeter. Good hustle from Dan Greeter.
And just love his energy. You know, again, he's another brother he's got 3 fouls, but he's just in there fighting and scrapping and clawing for everything. He'll be a fun one to play with. Competes. Rasmussen as well.
They're very different players, aren't they?
They are, but love their compete level. Even though they have different styles, you can see that their wairo is the same, that they get after it. And right on cue, you cannot give Mr. Rasmussen airspace or he's going to punish you. That's at least his 4th 3 of this game this evening.
What a start for Hawke's Bay. And that play there from Pero Hunt was much needed for Nelson because they were getting their pants pulled down at the start of the 3rd quarter, 8-0 until that play.
You can see there, he looked like he was about to use that screen, but just, we call that a reject, where basically he's going towards the screen and then he rejected it and just used his straight line pace, got his shoulder to the defender's chest, and won. Great play from Cruz, just catching Keanu slipping there.
Pero Hunt goes to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for this 3-point play. And he's up to, well, he stays on 14 points.
And again, if you're the Giants, some of the best defense you can play is offense. You know, if Keanu's got to go sit down here, things look a lot different for the Hawks than if he's coming down, firing up 3s.
Jeter in trouble. And Bush is fouled by Dempster. Wow, Hawke's Bay a little lucky there.
And even for me, I'm a little bit confused on that one. I feel like if there was going to be a foul call, it would probably be on the push out of bounds previous, as opposed to the hands in on Cliffy Bush. So just getting a feel for the call, I guess, this evening for the Giants down the stretch here, so they can understand what they're getting away with and what they're not. Because the play previous to that was super physical, and then they got called for the reach-in.
Those socks.
It'd be great to know a little bit more about them socks. Cliffy, if you got some intel for us, brother, let us know.
Well, we'll have to get Cliffy Senior onto the job. Maybe in the next Hawks game we can get Dad interviewing Son again, and let's blow that one wide open, Lindsay.
Dig a little deeper. Oh, great cut.
Goes for 3. That's unlucky for Rasmussen, but it's still going to be Nelson Ball.
Done a great job here, Coach Lopez's team, of regaining this lead here at home.
8-2, they're outscoring the Giants so far in this 3rd quarter. Keeping Gatling much quieter, aren't they?
They are. Tohi Smith-Milner had to go to sit down very early. He's got 4 fouls already.
Pero Hunt with another rebound. Dempster for 3. Sammy D drops one from long range.
We've been doing that for a long time, Sammy D. Great to see.
Reader going hard. Now Dempster with the rebound. Here comes Pero Hunt. That 3 from Dempster was his first in the game. Wants to get the field
little heat check, little heat check. Jeter with another board. Yeah, that'll be his 12th of the game to go with 10 points. Just turn it to a little back down action here.
Good defense by Lukonen.
Lukonen and Jeter had a great battle this evening.
McNaught.
Great push.
Pace. Pero Hunt for 3. Cruz Pero Hunt, back come Nelson.
That was generated off the push there by Alex McNaught, just playing downhill with pace, trusting his reads, finding Cruz, who's been lights out from the 3-point line, to get them this lead back, and they'll fall into that 3-2 zone for Coach Fitchett. Love the adjustment there from Greeter, at least getting that catch at the nail.
Here goes Pero Hunt again. Pushing, he's got McNaught with him.
Smart there. He's still got the mismatch here with the big Jeter.
Yeah, fancy him beating him for pace.
Oh, good find.
Dempster didn't nail the layup, but it's going to go to the line.
And those are your two options there, Glenn. You know, if you're a guard with a big, you can either dance and try and shoot over them, or I can use my speed advantage and try and blow by him. He does that. The help comes. Sammy D does exactly what he needs to do and wheels to the open space for an easy layup. A couple of years ago, he probably would have turned that thing over and dunked it. You know what I mean?
Well, he still contributes, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And not only, again, you talk about somebody contributing to the region, you'll see Sam Dempster this year coaching in the high school space, in the youth space. So, yeah, absolutely, man. Shout out to Sammy D. He's been doing it for a long time, not only between the lines as a player, but as a servant to the game. Liam Judd checking back in.
Dempster having a nice little patch here. Stays on 4 points. Ezra Eagle in there too now for some action for Hawke's Bay for the first time in the game, wearing 24.
Yeah, local product. He's been great for them as well in the Rapid League. You see him straight in there throwing his body around.
Rasmussen close to getting the scores back up, and that's, well, he sold that well, Cruz Pero Hunt. Rasmussen picks up his second foul.
Your little take foul there, really just stopping. Knew that he had fouls to give, the team had fouls to give, so just stopping them in transition. Smart foul. Could see that they were about to turn that into something positive, the Giants. Just taking a little bit of air out of the building.
Rasmussen could sell a bottle of water for $100 to a hydrated person on that play. No problem at all. Here comes Dempster.
Sammy D done a great job of plugging in for Tohi here and buying some real valuable minutes for them.
Nort, he picks up the foul, and that one looks like it might go on McLaughlin. Again, Nelson doing a great job without Smith-Milner. They're playing better without him. It's funny, isn't it, how it works out sometimes?
It is, and I don't think it's fair to say playing better without him. You're just playing differently. You know what I mean? It's like fighters fight different styles. It's the same thing, you know, when Tohi's out there. Don't get me wrong, Glenn. I think if you give Coach Fitchett the option of what Tohi brings to the table or what he doesn't, he's going to put him out on the board. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But if he has to go sit, then we've got a different style, and they're being very effective with it this evening. So shout out to them and their adjustments. Love the way that Alex McNaught was aggressive downhill with that offensively and forced the referee to make a call, even though I thought Ezra Eagle did a great job of walling up. They'll stay in this 3-2 zone here, the Giants.
Yeah, it worked so well for them in the first
really
half.
It's really given them problems.
Here's McLaughlin. He's got no real estate to work with. Rasmussen, nice pass. McLaughlin finishes. That's good play.
And smart from McLaughlin. He knows that Liam Judd's got 3 fouls. He also looks like he got a little bit of a banged up knee as well, so being aggressive, attacking him to the ring.
McLaughlin up to 4 points. Back to a 2-point game. Alex McNaught almost losing it with 2 Burton. Nice adjustment from McNaught. He's up to 7.
And you can see at that end, you know, some of these young guards just trying to use the speed advantage against Zoe and get downhill on him. Obviously, his advantage down here is his ability to stretch the court and shoot that thing right on cue.
It's a long-range 3, and Gatling wisely needs to go out.
He's a most imports grabbing that. They need that rebound stat. So...
Well, he's a team player.
Yeah, my man, I like it, you know. We trying to get these dubs and get out of here clean. They've been playing out of this little horns rescreen action. They get the switch up high. Ezra Eagle will have Gatling. He'll like that matchup. One thing I have noticed with him, though, he does shoot a lot of long 2s.
Well, he backs himself, doesn't he? Now, Gatling also on the drive this time.
He said, I'll show you a short 2.
Rasmussen. No luck for him there. It's still going to be Nelson possession.
Say, that's probably the 3rd or 4th time I've seen from both teams where you've seen rebounds secured, and then the closest man's just had hands in and won an extra position for his team. Dan Greeter checking back in right here.
He's on 3 fouls.
See, they put him on Alex McNaught here, hoping that he won't be too aggressive offensively. So if I'm Alex, I'm trying to attack downhill and get into his chest, force those referees to get on that whistle.
Pero Hunt having a great game.
Rebound there from Alex McNaught on the tap out, the reload off the O board.
Oh, little reach in. And that's a counter as well from Pero Hunt.
And I know I probably seem like a broken record and biased, but, you know, I've been really impressed with the adjustment that Cruz has made this year from where he was last year, you know what I mean, tracking in the 5. I just think it's real important that you salute these brothers when they are making definitive steps, and he's for sure made one here this season. Great take there, size mismatch with Ezra Eagle out on the perimeter, who's a great defender for his size. Cruz straight lines him for the and 1.
Eagle getting the foul. Cruz, Pero Hunt up to 19 points.
And the
Make
foul
that
game
20.
still playing in here, Glenn. They got another 4 minutes the Hawks have to navigate here in the bonus. So if I'm the Giants, we're attacking downhill. We're getting feet in the paint. We're continuing to just overwhelm you and put pressure on you that way. 3-2 zone here as well. We're going to frustrate you and kill you softly defensively.
Here's McLaughlin with a good look, and he secures 2 more for the Bay.
A nice little adjustment they've made there. You can see they're getting the corner hit here, and they're getting into a little cross-screen action that they've got 2 layups out of from McLaughlin. So great adjustment from Coach Lopez and the Hawks.
Here's Gatling looking to respond kindly. Can't do so. Greener's got the rebound. Just the word on Pero Hunt, 20 points. He's hit 26 twice this season. He's certainly on target to eclipse that now. McLaughlin again off that left hand, and it goes. That's 3 in a row from him.
And both of their imports finishing packages are very unorthodox, but so effective and fun to watch. And that's, you're right, 3 in a row for him there.
McLaughlin going well now. There's Gatling again.
Oh, that is a move right there. He just smoked the layup.
Rita on the run. Rita looking at Judd. No foul there that time, but Rita has got 2 more points, and Coach Fisher wants a corridor.
And again, organically, the way that they've bridged this gap here is they've got 3 or 4 stops defensively, which they've turned into offense at this end. They're not really going to come down and execute you to death, so their best recipe right now is getting stops defensively and turning it into pace, momentum, energy at that end of the court. Then if you do have to come down and move the pieces around and execute a little bit, we can do that.
Gosh, it's been a really interesting game in terms of little mini runs for both of these 2 teams. They've both had momentum in their favour on several occasions.
Again, you could see how both of them are struggling, but you can also see how both teams have glimpses of being really good, you know what I mean, and being able to compete with the top teams. They show it for 2-3 minute, increments. I would say the difference between the top 4 right now in these groups is the consistency at which they're competing at that level. And they're slowly getting more and more, and that you can see it even through this game. They're slowly getting longer and longer glimpses of it. I think the team that can do that, here in this season is going to give themselves a chance of being competitive.
Well, leading scorer in the game for the Giants is Pero Hunt with 20. Gatling still on 19, hasn't scored in this quarter so far. And for Hawke's Bay, it's Keanu Rasmussen with 20 and Dan Greta with 13.
Keanu Rasmussen also got 5 boards and 6 assists as well, so putting a lot of numbers on the board for his group.
Gita too being rested quite significantly in this 3rd quarter as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I wonder if they're just a little gun shy. Did foul out in the last game the Hawks played against the Fire. It really cost them down the stretch not having him out there. Here goes Gatling. And there we are, his first points of the 2nd half.
And great play there from Coach Fitchett, just getting something aggressive downhill for Gatling. He had 19 in the first half, was yet to score until that layup. So great call there to get him something downhill.
Turnover, here comes Gatling again. Oh, the foul this time from Murphy. Well, Murphy and Eagle both out there. There's a couple of Rapid League players. It's going to be an interesting little period for the Hawke's Bay Hawks here. So Shane Gatling going to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2 free throws.
I think Jacob Murphy was telling him that he didn't think it was a foul, which I can respect it.
He's also sharing that same opinion to the officials.
I mean,
if I'm
playing Rapid League, and I get out here for a couple of minutes and I think that I get a clean block on the guy that's got 21 points, I'll probably just check with you to make sure that are you sure?
You still checking?
All right, okay. As long as you're sure.
But we like people that share their opinions. It's not good holding things inside, as you know. Gatling, nice little visit to the Chemist Warehouse strike for him there.
Okay, they'll keep their pressure up off this free throw here, the Giants as well.
Here comes Rasmussen.
Great D, Alex McNaught.
Murphy. Hard luck for Murphy. What about that from McLaughlin, though? Gutsy.
McLaughlin's been great for them, plugging him in here. I believe that's his 8th point for the quarter. All of them right in there off that little left-hand crafty hook. Just keeping him hanging tough.
Oh, a little tip from Rasmussen works out for Hawke's Bay. Beautiful pass, Eagle. Nice finish from Ezra Eagle.
Ezra Eagle getting to 2 feet, using those big wide shoulders.
Drive by Judd, and there's a foul by McLaughlin.
And I'm just looking at it, the way that he's moving right now, but Liam Judd looks like he's definitely thugging it out and battling through a left knee injury right now. Would that be fair? He's normally really explosive down there, and he just looks like he's having to play with a little bit of protection, I guess, the way that he's moving.
Yeah, well, even just watching him come to the Chemist Warehouse strike there, looks like he's definitely favouring it.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I respect it. You know what I mean? Anybody that steps out between the lines and competes, especially if you're not 100, I respect it. But just want to acknowledge it.
That knee could not be more stretched, could it?
He's definitely going through some things by the looks of things.
Yeah,
Ezra Eagle, really solid minutes for that young man there, and won't show up huge on the stat sheets, but he's definitely influenced the game in the 3-4 minutes that he was out there.
That brings Clifton Bush back in. Still no sign of Chase Jeter, though, for some time now.
It's great for them early on. Double-double just like that. So maybe they're just buying some time from this. Alex McNaught with another steal. Just go away from him. If you're the offense, just initiate away from him.
Great screen there from Lukonen there for McNaught.
And that is some of the best finishing I've seen from Alex as well. Getting downhill with that little runner floater push shot. That was beautiful. Little 2-3 zone action here, so slightly different look, making that adjustment for that cross pick that they've been scoring out of. So
McLaughlin kicks it back to Greeter for 3. Another stop for Nelson. They're dominating again right now. McNaught in particular, he's up to double digits now. Here comes Pero Hunt, the man with a hot hand in this game.
Time and score here if you're the Giants. You're in no rush.
Last minute of this third quarter, Lukonen.
Going to go to this matchup in the post.
Ooh. And that is a flop, they reckon, from McLaughlin. 2 more points for Lukonen. 8 points for him.
That was the call that Tommy Ferguson got called for earlier down that end. That's why you can hear the foul.
Wasn't the ref?
Sorry, you can hear the crowd getting involved, which is always great to hear.
And that is a foul from Pero Hunt right there on Rasmussen.
Crafty play there from Rasmussen. Just kind of broken play, burrowing his way in, forcing the referee to make a call.
Rasmussen and Pero Hunt both dominating the scoring in this game.
Smart there. He just kind of went underneath arms, and kind of, it's a James Harden move. You kind of get underneath and almost hook up underneath their armpits, and you just force the referee to make a call.
Keanu Rasmussen at the Chemist Warehouse stripe here.
Giants here can advance and get a really, really quick 2-for-1. I would say they'll probably just play out for a solid position here and split the last 2 positions.
It's no BNZ player timeout. It's just a sub. Not coming out. Gatling coming back in.
Offense, defense sub here. Just get an offensive lineup in for this position. See, Cruz will just let the ball bounce. The clock won't start till he picks it up.
What's happened here?
Giants do have 1 foul to give if they do have to defend for another position on the board.
Dempster. Judd. Pero Hunt again. Gatling.
Like this matchup here. They got the big down low as well.
Gatling kicks it out to Pero Hunt. Pero Hunt. Oh, good stop there by McLaughlin. And finally the Hawks have it. Nice push to Greeter. Clifton Bush. No foul by Dempster. And Pero Hunt is away. It's a 5-point game heading into the last. It's Nelson up 71-66. Stick around, the last quarter coming next. (71-66) to Nelson. They outscored Hawke's Bay by 2 in that last quarter. And while we're at the commercial break here, there was a technical foul given against Hawke's Bay right at the end of that quarter against the bench or either the coach. So that is going to be a nice little bonus for Nelson to start this fourth quarter. So it's going to be a foul, free throw from the Chemist Warehouse drive here for Shane Gatling.
Yeah, tough one. A little bit of a bang-bang call to end the third quarter and just get reprimanded for a bit of chirp on the way out. A little bit of foul trouble to deal with for both teams here in the fourth.
2 free throws, that's interesting. Not just one. I'm not quite sure what was called there.
Again, if you're the Hawks, Glenn, bench points right now, 27-3. So we're just really looking for some contributors to come in, those 6th, 7th men. And like you said earlier, you know, we've still got some guys that we can plug in over there that haven't been playing a whole lot in the third that can really contribute, but we're going to need them to step up here to give ourselves a chance.
Well, that was a bonus 2 points in the end, wasn't it, for Nelson? Imagine if they go on and win this by 1 or 2 points. That coach technical foul could be critical. Lukonen goes to work. Can't get him. That's come off Judd, and it's going to be Hawke's Bay ball.
And Lukonen has got to finish that. That's a beautiful play there. He's just got a small guard just buried down low for a sitter. I mean, stretch that thing out to 9. It's a big hit.
Leading scorer going into the game, the final quarter is Shane Gatling with 25 points now for those 2 free throws. Now Rasmussen marked by Judd.
2-3 zone here, and really like the way Coach Fitchett's been changing up his defenses. Was lucky enough to play with Fitch for a long time in the national team space, and he really thinks the game. He respectfully wasn't going to athleticize you, but he could really think the game. That's transitioned to his coaching career.
Hunt. Still no sign of Tohi Smith-Milner as well, who's been sitting out. He's only had 10 minutes and 26 seconds of court time in this game. Now Greeter.
That's a great point. You know, what a response from this Giants outfit to come down here on the road and have what is your best big sitting over there in the corner riding a bike, unfortunately, for a lot of time because of foul trouble, and to be up like this is great. Great response.
How about that from Rasmussen? That basket was not easy, almost a steal there by McLaughlin.
It's been great this evening, Keanu. 22, 5 and 6 with a whole lot of time left on the board. Gatling likes this matchup out high.
This is the shot. Judd's gathered though. Rasmussen doesn't foul.
And again, really respect the way that Liam Judd's gone about his business this evening. The call hasn't gone his way. He's obviously banged up, but he is just out there competing. And this guy as well, Greeter, He's all about the competition.
Wide open in the corner, Jacob Murphy. Hit the rim 3 times, Lindsay.
And again, great contestant scramble from Leon Judd there, who you can tell is a little bit banged up right now.
Chase Jeter about to check back in. Same with Alonzo Burton. Jeter's had a long spell on the bench to freshen up. What a steal from Bush. This is going home, surely. Nice stuff from Bushy. His first 2, in fact, he's got 3 points in the game now. Judd for 3. We know he can bury them. Well, that is Conan. There's a foul on the Finnish player.
Well, I like this here from Coach Lopez, getting Jeter back into the game. You're right, he sat for a long time. Doesn't have any serious foul trouble, and he's been a great contributor for them. Be interesting to see why they don't really play a whole lot of McLaughlin and Jeter together down the stretch, especially when they've had so little contribution off the bench. Only 3 points, I believe, so far off the bench. It would be great to see those two out on the court together for short spurts with Rasmussen and Greta.
Well, Jeter should be nice and fresh. Greta into Jeter. Smith-Milner back into the game too on 4 fouls.
Oh.
Jeter.
Tough.
It's not going to get it. Wow. Nelson got away with one there. Dempster. Ignore. Smith-Milner.
Beautiful.
It was really well gathered by Pero Hunt and Smith-Milner. Look at that play from Pero Hunt.
Been great on their Mo boards. Just they've had 2 or 3 just come up short here. The Giants, maybe a little bit of fatigue, you know. Great show there from Sam Dempster.
Oh, lovely pass into Jeter.
Jeter! He's dodged 3 bullets down there on missed layups and not picking up that 5th foul. So doing a great job of not getting himself out of the game.
He's in the matrix right now.
Great find.
Gatling.
Oh.
That was Burton. Beautiful pass from Rasmussen. And away goes Greta with the flush. And there's a technical foul against Greta.
No, timeout, Coach Fitchett. Timeout, Coach Fitchett.
I just wondered, because I've seen players,
they've
teed this season.
Less. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great finish there by Greta. Again, cut into this lead. 1 point game. Winning time.
This is a fun game, Lindsay. All 3 scenarios at play here.
Had a lot of foul trouble to deal with, a lot of coaching interaction and changing around of the defensive structures. It's been a fun game to watch. Again, be really interested to see what group Coach Lopez finishes this game with. Kind of been tag teaming Jeter and McLaughlin in and out of the game together, but with Greta and Rasmussen taking such a heavy scoring load, it'll be interesting to see if he kind of puts all 4 of them out on the court for a stage to finish this game.
Well, you certainly think that's an option down the stretch, right?
Yeah, also love the size and length that they have with that group as well, you know.
There's that Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program. If you're in Southland or Otago, it's your chance now to find out more by scanning that QR code and getting involved in what is a great initiative in the sport of basketball, the Hoops and Schools program, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. So scan that QR code, find out all the details, sign up, get involved, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse.
Shane Gatling with 25, Alex McNaught with 10 and 5. Cruz Perrett Hunt, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 fouls. We've got Greta with 15, 6 and 4, and Keanu Rasmussen being outstanding, 24, 5 and 6.
Oh, this is going to be a fun 6 minutes to end this game.
Oh, good find. That's his shot right there.
And he nails it, Sam Dempster.
And beautiful play out of the timeout, Coach Fitchett. Great execution from Cruz. What a luxury when you got Sam Dempster and Tohi Smith-Milner pick and pop bigs.
But back to 4-point game. Dempster's up to 7.
Can't go under him.
Oh, brilliant gather there from Bush.
And there we go, Cliffy Bush, just what we asked for. Some energy off the bench, some contribution. That's his 5th point already in limited minutes in here in the 4th.
Pero Hunt kicks it out to Smith-Milner. Hasn't nailed a triple in the game yet, and it remains that way. And Burton's got it.
I don't know the last time a game when that Tohi didn't make a 3, especially with this many good looks. It's only a matter of time before the lid coming off that basket.
0 from 5 from 3-point line in this game. Rasmussen, classic Keanu Rasmussen right there.
Great take there from Keanu, knowing that Tohi was down there low with 4 fouls.
Tied game, Lindsay. Here goes Pera Hunt for the lead again, and he's got it.
But again, just a little bit late on that screen. You could see Coach Lopez doing a little huck on the sideline, and rightfully so, just when they tied the game. Give up that easy transition three.
Burton buries one from the corner.
That's why he's out there. Corner three, Lonzo Burton, corner pocket.
All 5 starters for Hawke's Bay now have double digits. What's happened here? Another technical foul.
A delay of game warning. That was their second, which means that it's a technical foul. But Coach Lopez, I'm sorry, flop warning.
Well, it's another technical foul against Hawke's Bay. That's the bottom line of that. Well, hang on, what's going on here?
Somebody just got a flop warning. Pretty sure it was the Giants.
Well, Chase Jeter.
Chase Jeter
has been given a technical foul, though we will get that clarified. We'll get that clarified in just a moment.
The calmest thing we've seen out here in a minute.
Here comes Gatling. Marked closely by Rasmussen. Gatling, tough basket.
He said it's about time Keanu got a taste of his own medicine, because he's given him 2 or 3 of those this evening.
Okay, so there was no technical foul in the end. It was rescinded.
Okay.
And it was just an inbound play after the basket. Here comes Bush in a good position again.
Oh, Tohi, great play with 4 fouls.
Jeter's going to be called for the foul there. Well, Smith-Milner had to put his body on the line there.
Yeah, but it was a great way of just avoiding the foul there and getting the block. Sammy D getting the nod here down the stretch with Liam Judd, again just assuming that he a little bit banged up over there with that heavy strapping.
Both teams fighting in this one. Hawke's Bay, remember, in a very close game in their last match against the Phi. Down to the last 15 seconds.
Definitely loosened up here in the 4th, though. Only 2 fouls total on the board. Cruz Parrott Hunt continuing to do his thing. That'll get him up to 25 and 14.
He is closing in on his career high score now, 27 against the Rams in round 1 last year. Hard to believe he hasn't got a 30-pointer in his career.
Still young, and Cruz the type that just kind of let the game come to him. You know what I mean? He's not a high volume guy. He plays what's in front of him. So again, that's why it's great to see him being so confident and aggressive this evening, and it's showing out in gold for the Giants down the stretch. Hit that 3 and then that pull up 2 to stretch this thing out to 4.
Now, the biggest lead of the game for Nelson has been 8. Biggest lead of the game for Hawke's Bay has been 7.
Again, if you were to track the trends of this game, though, Glenn, you would say don't be surprised if Hawke's Bay go on a run and Nelson call a timeout.
You know what, Lindsay? Hawke's Bay are due for a run, aren't they?
So again, we're talking about the difference between the top 4 in these groups right now. If you're Nelson, it's like, how do we be ruthless down the stretch here for these last 3-4 minutes and put them to bed and not let them keep chipping back and coming into this game as they have been throughout the whole match. They've had the chance to put the foot on their throat 2 or 3 times, but they just keep leaving that door open, and Hawke's Bay keep kicking it in.
Well, Smith-Milner continues to play on 4 fouls. He's only scored 2 points in the game. He's had 5 misses from the 3-point line, but he's grinding it out there.
And we will see here McLaughlin and Jeter on the court for what I believe was that the first time this evening?
Well, they did start together.
Okay, right. Along with, obviously, the other, with Breeder and Rasmussen. And they'll leave Zoe out there for some shooting.
Exactly.
Although, again, you can't get Cliffy Bush as being very effective as well.
So Hawke's Bay have their starting 5 out there at the moment. Rasmussen with the fadeaway.
That's tough.
Sweet finish from Keanu Rasmussen, up to 28 points.
That's the 3rd one that Alex just had to just shake his head and run back down, because there ain't nothing else he could do apart from full deny him and not let him catch it, which is an option.
too good sometimes. Pero Hunt continues to heat up. 27.
Now we're talking about playing with confidence and rhythm. You know what I mean?
Season high score for Cruz Pero Hunt. He's equaled his career high. Rasmussen for 3. Greta gets in there somehow.
Oh, boards. And if I'm Alex McNaught here, I'm just not even letting Rasmussen catch the ball.
Reed with that high arc.
Time and score now if you're the Giants. Up 4, 3 minutes left.
And that bit of swagger in the Nelson team. And they close it out. Gatling.
Got the switch out high here. Gatling on Jeter. Tough.
There is the foul on Chase Jeter. That will be his 3rd.
And again, you can see that's the 2nd time that they've got that switch out high, the guards on the big, and they've decided to use their speed advantage and play downhill. And they get rewarded for their attack. The couple of free throws. Don't be surprised here if Nelson show a little bit of extended pressure off this free throw just to eat into the clock. They've got fouls up their sleeve as well. Only 1 foul on the board. Hawke's Bay will be in the bonus for the last 3 minutes.
Well, Lopez has got plenty of thinking to do ahead of these last few minutes.
Still an eternity, 3 minutes, 2-position game. Alex McNaught continuing to pressure Rasmussen and wear him down. Now that he's given the ball up, don't be surprised if we see some full denial.
Well, Dempster might have just reached in there.
And I love that. I seen Coach Fitchett and Cruz have an interaction there where they were thinking about arguing about the call, and he was barking at them to forget about it, move on and huddle. And he's right. Call's been made. No point in crying over spilt milk. Let's talk about what's next and keep it pushing.
Absolutely. So this is Jeremy McLaughlin. Big free throws for him. This is his first visit to the Chemist Warehouse stripe tonight.
And in limited minutes, he's been really good for them. Got 10 points on the board already, so just like that, the Bay have got 5 starters in double digits, which is impressive. It'll be the rest of the, those other contributors that they'll have to get more out of throughout the end of the season.
Absolutely.
Kind of playing with fire, sagging off Tohi here.
Oh, McNaught with the big basket. That's huge.
It's a huge hit. Beat the scout there, Alex, with that corner 3. Stretch this lead out to 8. That's a massive hit.
Oh, and they've lost it, and here comes McNaught. 2 more, and this is
could have been
danger.
an and one. Huge plays there from Alex McNaught.
Wow.
Corner 3, and then basically put the nail in the coffin there, steal off a guy that's been giving you issues for the whole series you've played against them, basically, and lay him down, Alex McNaught.
That could be the game right there, Lindsay.
That's game, if you ask. Not to be that guy, that's game. Tough here to come back from.
Oh, those 5 points, massive for McNaught.
Shane Gatling just quietly snuck up to 29 on us.
Lead scorer in the game.
Keanu Rasmussen, you've seen he's on almost on a 30-piece, and Alex just picked his pocket. Maybe a little bit of fatigue there, Glenn.
15 points for McNaught in the game. 2 Lindsay, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 assists.
And the last 5 are the biggest of them all. You know what I mean? The corner 3, continual pressure on the ball the whole game. And we're talking about wearing a brother down. It took until the last 2 minutes before he finally got him. And I would say Keanu's probably given him 3 tough pull-ups, and and right in Alex's mouth. And what I respect about Alex is that he doesn't dwell on getting scored on. He basically just keep it moving, and that's why he is one of, if not the best defensive guards that we have in the competition.
Brilliant effort from Alex McNaught. Well, it's Nelson's to lose now. You'd have to back them in here. The way the game has fallen in the last 30 seconds. Look at McNaught, straight back to work there. Love it.
And it's smart. This guy's got 28. Let's take the ball out of. We were speaking about it off here. Box and 1. Like, yeah, okay. That's what it is, pretty much. They're in a box. And Alex is just going to deny. And that'll be Tohi's night.
Got him on the leg.
But as you can see, Nelson doing a great job of controlling their emotions, including Tohi.
Okay, so 2 minutes to go, but same scenario for the Giants here. They played the majority of the game without Tohi Smith-Milner, and they've done great without him.
Absolutely, you know, and you're bringing in, you know, another starter, and as frustrating as it's been, salute to Tohi, you know what I mean? He didn't pick up a tech by, you know, having any unnecessary corridor on the way out. He just took the ruling from the judge, and he's doing his time. No snitching over there, he just ate it.
Jeter can't get the second to fall, and then attempts a big rebound again.
You say free throws win ball games there, and it definitely would have helped chip into that lead. Little zone action here from the Hawks. It's interesting. They probably need to be on the aggressive side of things.
Oh, look at McNaught hustling and bustling, but he can't keep it in the court that time. Well, Hawke's Bay need to score from this possession. They can't really afford to let Nelson score again now.
Nah, quick hitters offensively and defensively. We need to match up and get up the court and start creating some turnovers. One problem is we got no fouls to give. Giants got one up their sleeve if they need it.
Breeder. McLaughlin going to get Rasmussen a look.
Great defense again from Alex McNaught. Just
That's
overwhelming.
Unlucky. So unlucky there for Keanu Rasmussen.
Just love that, the way that he's just like locked in, sitting down, like really taking the challenge, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to respect that. It takes a lot, you know, for a guy. Keanu's got 28 points. When somebody scores 28 points, I don't know if you've ever, you know what I mean, been in an arena when somebody's put 28, that feels like a lot. So for Alex to be competing the way he is, I respect it.
Burton to inbounder. Jeter.
They'll stay in that kind of box and one type action.
Jeter away with that three.
Oh.
And McNaught's got it. And no need to push or rush now for the Nelson Giants.
No, they're just going to kill clock here. And if you're the Hawks here, you really got to be double teaming heavy and blowing up every action. You're just going to run out of time. No foul?
Luukkonen. Out to Pero Hunt. Pero Hunt can't get it. And there's a little reach and foul Jeter.
I do think that was probably a little bit unnecessarily, and he doesn't even seem like that type of character, Mr. Jeter, but a little bit of extra sauce on that one. Maybe some frustration. Love that from Coach Lopez, getting in there and calming the troops down.
So that'll be a foul, and
Willie looking like, come on, man. Back in the 80s, that wasn't even like a thing, huh? Like, you'll call that a scuffle?
well, the referee's just having a little discussion here. What's going to be the ruling here? Keep an eye on them.
Great job of both groups, though.
Unsportsmanlike foul. Yeah. So 2 shots here for Emi Luukkonen.
And again, I would say both of those brothers, Jeter and Luukkonen, have done a great job of competing this evening. No, unfortunately, they got caught up a little bit there, but both of them bobbed and fought really hard against each other for their teams.
Well, Luukkonen with 8 points so far, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Strong game by the Finnish player, but he's missed both those free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. But the Nelson Giants will get possession. Chance for them to soak up more time off this game clock. And closing on their 3rd win this season. Gatling double teams. Travelling. Good defense there by Rasmussen and Greeder.
Yeah, great little trap there, and they were really good at not fouling early and forced the turnover. Coach Lopez with a timeout here.
Well, this is it for Hawke's Bay, isn't it?
It might be a little bit late, you know, double-digit deficit with less than a minute left is very difficult to do at this level, but Coach Lopez will draw something up here. I'm sure he'll be trying to get at least 3 points on the board and quickly start playing the foul game. Where basically, you're trying to play for steals, and if you don't get a steal, follow through and foul, stop the clock as early as possible, hope they miss their free throws and turn that into quick points at our end.
That's about it, really, for Hawke's Bay,
Normally,
isn't it?
though, you probably need about a good 2.5, 3 minutes if you're going to play the foul game in a double deficit game.
Yeah, and they don't have it. And all Nelson need to do here is just be smart and hold the ball. Here is Hawke's Bay with do-or-die situation for them.
It looked like they'll go to a dirty zone here, the Giants. Smart play.
Well, let's see what Hawke's Bay can do here with Breeder. Jeter for three, and it goes from Jeter. Now,
Three is awesome, man. I need a copy of this.
what's happened here?
Honestly, never seen a shot that looked like that. That's so effective. It's awesome.
Chase Jeter up to 13 points. That's the second three of the game.
It's a big play. It's a 7-point game.
47 seconds left. Is there time for the Hawks?
You get a steal and a three here, and it's, you know what I mean? The building's super tight. Like, real important position here. Again, if I'm the Hawks, I'm probably half beat more aggressive here. We really need to try and you can get Greeder, almost get Greeder face guarding these other two guards, try and force the ball out of Cruz's hands and into Gatling's hands and play that game.
See what happens here.
Shoot that gap. There we go.
Great pass.
Too much time off the clock already.
Exactly. And there's the foul by McLaughlin.
And that middle bit is where McLaughlin needed to get like uber aggressive.
Yep.
When they lob that ball into the middle, like you're almost diving at it like you're in the slips in cricket. You know what I mean? Like, what have we got to lose? There's 45 seconds left. See it, Breeder doing it here. He's going to leave the inbounder and play like free safety Roma.
They need the ball again. Hawke's Bay super fast, and there's McLaughlin again. It's his third foul.
Not sure why he's arguing that it's a foul or if he knows what's going on, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to stop the clock here.
Yeah, 2 shots to Sammy D coming up.
Giants do have 1 foul up their sleeve here again. If they were smart on that last one, they probably could have used it. Probably playing the percentages though, thinking that Jeter wouldn't hit that 3, but he's been effective.
So here's Dempster again. Just to put the game out of reach. She's done so effectively. Very good effort from Dempster off the bench. 9 points, 8 rebounds, and now the NZ player timeout called by the Hawks.
Free throws win ball games.
The percentage from Nelson has been just on 70%. In fact, very even. Before those 2 free throws from Dempster, Lindsay, both teams had 15 free throws from 22 attempts.
Not a terrible clip overall. They'll stay in this kind of semi-zone look here, just junking it up for the Hawks. Difficult to get a definitive action without a timeout.
Well, Jeter's had it stripped out of his hands by Pero Hunt. Excellent play again by Cruz Pero Hunt. Second steal of the game. Here he is. So clever, isn't he? Oh, that would have been such a show of it if he'd nailed that. McLaughlin back to Rasmussen for 3. And Lukanen, this is an excellent road win for the Nelson Giants. They have lost their last 5 straight games, but they are going to get the win here in Napier as they close out this win. Been a really good effort from them, given Tohi Smith-Milner fouled out midway through that fourth quarter with only 2 points.
Liam Judd banged up.
Absolutely. Really good win from them. Gutsed it out. Excellent performances off the bench too from Gatling and Dempster. But there's the win for Nelson, 94-85 here in Napier.
And what a fun game to watch. Even some real positive signs again for the Bay.
And there is
a lot of contributors, but that's our man right there.
Yeah, there's the MVP of this game. Cruz Pero Hunt, Lindsay Tate, 27 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Great all-round game by Cruz Pero Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think you said he broke his little scoring record.
Well,
but that's not even what impresses me about Cruz. The 15 rebounds, the confidence he's playing with, the way he carries himself. Salute, young man, and on to bigger and better things, yo.
It wasn't a career high score from him. He equaled his career high score.
Okay, I think he easily probably could have got it. But again, he played within himself. You know what I mean? Not thirsty, so... well deserved, man. Well deserved. And to do it again, kind of banged up. Tohi hardly seen the court tonight. You could tell that Liam's working through some things. Massive win for the Giants.
So great all-round effort from Pero Hunt. And what about Gatling off the bench?
Yes, I mean,
outrageous.
again, he's got he right in there in the MVP vote. Alex McNaught again, probably doesn't show up as much as he should on the on the statistics, but he heavily impacted this game this evening with his energy and effort defensively.
Well, speaking of effort, can't be faulted with Pero Hunt. Breeder's effort couldn't be faulted either. He finished with 15, 7 and 5, and Rasmussen with 28 points.
Sammy Dempster, some very valuable minutes slotting in for Tohi there.
Yep, absolutely. And we now move to tomorrow night to Dunedin, where the Nuggets host the Bulls. It's going to be a fun game. It's double-header coming Saturday. The Phi hosting the Giants. Can the Giants go up and win back-to-back against the Phi? We'll see. Then the Airs host the Tuatara, who are right on form at the moment. And then on Sunday, a couple of games to look forward to. The Saints-Nuggets game in Wellington, and the Sharks host the Bulls, who are on their southern swing at the moment.
Sharks Bulls, that'll be a good game to round things out on the Sunday.
Especially
Sharks rolling.
Especially if Franklin can get the win over Otago tomorrow night. That'll be a fun game.
Yeah. Very
fun game. Well done to Nelson Giants. 5 games lost in a row. Their run has ended with a very good win here over Napier. Hope you enjoyed the game, folks. Congratulations to the Giants, 94-85. They get the victory, and we will catch you for more Cells NBL action tomorrow night from Dunedin. Matewa.